Strange time we're living in, panic and hysteria. Poor man learn, the rich man don't care for your narcissist mindset spread like malaria. Sit back and watch the show. America, Britain split through fickle shit. A government of hypocrites. These counterfeit politicians sit in parliament, not adequate. Come on. Needlessly bleeding, resources all dry. Turn a blind eye if it means a pay rise. Oh, what a shame it would be, I would die if number 10 Downing Street burned in a fire. Only joking, only messing, don't be stressing. I'm a peaceful adolescent, there's no need to be unpleasant. Write my thesis in a rhyme scheme to analyze the brain while my fingers on the trigger of a money game. Oh, rain, 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 a storm it comes our way. And no surprise to distorted lies, poison in the veins, but we die upon the blame, 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 blame. It's easier to blame, but point the mirror at ourselves. We're all part of this whole money game. This old money game.
What is up, everybody? I hope you guys made it on a Thursday. I know it's a different day. Sorry, but I had to go to an absolutely amazing 13-year-old band recital. It was off the hook. Probably the most exciting thing I've done in past 3 months, 6 months. Easy, pretty much. I'm also getting over being sick, so my voice is a little bit iffy today. So I'm gonna try and do my best to not sound like Kermit the Frog tonight. I'm also gonna try not to do that. Is what I'm trying to do. All right. Well, given that I missed last night, that means that we missed the debates. We missed some of the best debate Chris Christie Vivek footage that we possibly could. So we're gonna be starting tonight off by watching some of that, because that was absolutely amazing what I saw of it. Oddly, what is up? Redunk, you're sick too, dude. It is going around. It's the government. Government's trying to poison us all. That's what's happening. Deep state. Tucker and who? Tucker and Jones? Which Jones? John Jones? Oh, Alex Jones? Dude, is it Tucker and Alex Jones? Holy Jesus, I might pop in for that. Is that real? Is it going on right now? Because if it's going on right now, we could definitely watch a little bit of that, even though it is a viewer suggestion night, guys. Sorry. I'm sorry. It's not strep, COVID, or flu. You got all the tests? It's probably cancer. That's what I always think it is. I'm always sure it's cancer. Okay, so it just dropped 2 hours ago. It was on David Pakman's live stream. Nathan, what's up, Nathan? Nathan, I gotta add you into the ending credits. Nathan needs to be added to the ending credits, and so does Carolyn Maybe. You guys need to be in the credits. I'm gonna put you guys in the ending credits. Okay, well, let's take a look. There's a dog disease bucket? Oh, God. Not a dog disease. Tucker Jones. Both of these guys are probably banned from... Oh. Tucker Carlson, Alex Jones defend... Hold on. Let's check it. Let's see what's on... Maybe it's on Pac-Man. Tucker Jones, Pac-Man. Whoa. Whoa. What was that? Oh, here we go. Oh, no, text revealed. I'm gonna have to look for it. You've been streaming in the general channel Discord for the last hour. I don't know, bro. I don't know. They gave you some bullshit? Sorry, buddy. I just dealt with it. I just, was really, down for, 3 days of coughing and sneezing and all of that stuff. Leak it, bro. Leak it. Let's see it. Link it for me. Are you going to link it in Discord, though? Because I don't have Discord open. So, hold on. Let me get Discord open. We're going to go back here.
One of you could wind up
Okay, we'll watch that in a second. Are you linking it in general? Are you putting it in live streams? That's a gigantic truck in the live stream suggestions. I hope you guys saw the memes I made. You're trying to lean on the scissor up. The scissor up. I should have gotten me some scissor up. I'm telling you, I might be better now if I had actually gotten a hold of some actual medicine. But I'm currently still like, my nose is so stuffed up right now. I just do that all the time. It's not good. It's not good, guys. It's not good. It's probably cancer. I probably got cancer. I'm one of those guys. When I get sick, like immediately I'm like, this is probably something life-threatening. Immediately, I think it's something that's life-threatening. Like I got AIDS. It's got to be AIDS. Where did you put it? Did you put it in there yet? Did you put it in yet? Redunk. Did you put it in yet? I'm still looking for the live stream. Redunk. Worst moderator ever. You sent me a DM. I'm not opening a direct message from you. That's 100%. That's a dick pic. All right, here we go. All right. Oh, wait. Why is it opening over here? Okay, don't open over here. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Is this live right now? I want you guys to know that I'm up to 3,000 followers on Twitter now. Over 3,000 X followers. All right. I hope... Jesus, this just looks amazing. Okay. Okay. This is what we're starting with tonight, guys. If I don't get to all of your videos, don't blame me, blame Redunk. Fatty, what is up, sir? Dude, I hope you guys are ready for this. Dude, look at those. Look at that. Just... Dude, wear a looser shirt, Alex. Dude, they are two of the funniest looking human beings. I'm going to be honest with you. Two of the funniest looking. Tucker Carlson is probably top 3 funniest looking human beings I've ever seen in my life. He is a goofy looking motherfucker. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I'm not trying to be mean. Not trying to be judgmental. I'm just calling it how it is. The dude is goofy. Look at him. You think he actually, like you have to do some kind of work to wear a flannel. Is that just hipster now? Is that just hipster now? You're okay, you can wear a flannel, it don't matter, everybody gets to wear a flannel? Or do you actually have to, like, go outside and touch grass if you have a flannel? He is goofy. Don't insult the mesomorph shape. Redunk. Redunk. I am sorry. But first of all, Alex Jones got some big nipples, okay? And then this, like this right here, Those aren't love handles, man. Those are like love stirrups. I don't know what you call those things. All right. Well, this is how we're starting tonight, guys. I hope you guys are ready for this. Redunk came in hard with this one. So this is how we're starting our night.
But honestly, when you get him in front of an outhouse...
Wait.
We're here with the world's most dangerous man, the most censored man in the English language.
Is that Ken Shamrock? I thought we were watching Alex Jones. This is Ken Shamrock? Oh, man.
But honestly, when you get him in front of an outhouse in the woods, he doesn't seem so dangerous.
Dude, oddly, yeah, a buck comes through there, these two run for their lives, okay? Neither one of these men have actually... Don't tell me Alex Jones has ever hunted anything in my life, Redunk. Don't you dare say Alex Jones has ever hunted anything. I won't believe it. Like, they got a tree back there just hanging, dude. They need to do something about that. I gotta talk about my property.
We have a ruling class in the United States defined by its hatreds, not its loves, not its hopes, but by its hatreds. They hate all kinds of people, large groups of people.
Is that okay? How's it sound?
The
How's it sound,
clingers,
guys?
America's entire blue-collar population, the unfashionable
Sorry for all the
people.
snorting tonight.
They're
I'm
hated
still dying here.
by the people who run our
Cancer.
country. But no one is hated more by them than a man called Alex Jones. Alex Jones is the single most censored man in all American history.
Yeah, but that's only because they can't censor Donald Trump. If Donald Trump, if we could actually, like, how many gag orders have they put on Donald Trump and his ass still talks? Like, Dude, if that was me, you, anybody else, even Alex Jones, if you talked as much as Donald Trump does with the gag orders on him, dude, every one of us would be in prison for like the rest of our lives. Hey, is a clear, defined difference between us and them.
He was the first media figure in our history to be completely erased in one day, deplatformed. Alex Jones was deplatformed.
Completely
before it was
erased.
A common term.
Alex Jones is
and
doing
not
fine.
just deplatformed.
Didn't last time I checked, they make like something like $19 million a year over at InfoWars. Oh yeah, he's totally deplatformed. He's totally erased. This poor man, poor Alex Jones. Does he have a cat that's like worth $10,000? This is like Redunk complaining about how much groceries cost. While on his $2,000 computer with his curved screen and his G-Sync talking about how things are too expensive. God damn it. You guys, I'm so upset right now. I need some NyQuil in my life.
Sued. Attacked. They attempted to criminally charge him. What did Alex Jones do wrong? Alex Jones didn't rape anybody.
Whoa.
He didn't
well, we don't
loot
say that
Macy's.
word, bro.
He didn't burn a police station. He didn't invent a fake cryptocurrency.
No, he just like, I don't know. He just had pretty much advised a bunch of people that they should go and intimidate people, you know, that had just lost their children. Jesus Christ. Are we just not gonna, we're not gonna talk about the fact that he literally incited people to go to people's homes that had literally just had their children taken from them in like the worst possible way? Yeah, he didn't do anything. No big deal. First Amendment, right? First Amendment.
And loot pension funds. He didn't start a pointless war that made this country poorer and more disorganized. He didn't open the southern border. No, Alex Jones had opinions that deeply rattled
he's got
the
us
people
watching Redunk.
who run America. In fact, rattled a lot of us. And I'll just confess that I first heard of Alex Jones when he questioned the official story behind 9/11. And I, speaking for myself, was deeply offended by this. I didn't take any time to find out what he was saying, but I was bothered by the idea that this defining event in American history, which changed the life of everyone who lived here then, might not actually have unfolded as we were told it did.
And he's about to say, he's like, and then I realized I could be grifting just as hard as Alex Jones if I wanted to. What was I thinking? Why would I get upset with this man? He is giving me the playbook to making $19 million while deplatformed and being able to buy like a $10,000 cat.
That possibility was too destabilizing. And I remember feeling resentment toward Alex Jones for saying that. But several years later, I wound up in Austin, Texas, and through a chain of circumstances, wound up meeting Alex Jones.
No way.
And I learned what everyone who has met him now knows, which is Alex Jones is not a crazy person.
What?
Alex Jones has said pretty far out things on TV from time to time. Not that far out.
Okay. All right. Look, here's the thing. You can have friends, and you can be like, I like them, they're cool people, but you still know they're fucking crazy, okay? There's no way you meet Alex Jones and you're not like, this fucking guy is you're not going to be like, he's not crazy, all right? 100% if you meet Alex Jones, you're going to be like, this dude is Looney Tunes, okay? Don't, like, this is my problem with all these people. Just be honest. Everybody knows some crazy people. Everybody knows one or two people in their life, in their friend circle, in their family, that they're like, you know, he's not a bad dude. He's a nice guy. I like him, but he is crazy. He's super crazy. Just go ahead and admit it.
He hasn't said men can become women, or Ukraine is a democracy.
That's where we draw the line.
But within the bounds of, say, cable news, pretty far out. But fundamentally, Alex Jones is right about a lot of things. And in fact, that's why they don't like him. Alex Jones has an uncanny, really an amazing ability to predict events before they happen. He has called it, and he's done it on tape again and again, to the point where it's...
Okay, someone's going to have to make a video for me, because being an American, my attention span is just not long enough. But you guys, Redonk, this is your job now. You're the opposite side of these arguments. So it's your job now to create a YouTube video to show me how many times Alex Jones has been right. And I don't mean in some kind of like he made like this like obtuse prophetic statement and it somehow it came true. I want to see where Alex Jones has actually been right a ton of times. The only time that I know of that Alex Jones has actually ever been even close to correct, and I mean in a like 90 percentile, like 90% of what he said actually turned out to be true about a specific subject, was that the water in China is turning goddamn it. The water in China is turning frogs gay. That's the only time. That's the only time, and I don't even know if that's true now. Now, I have been here and I've heard so much disinformation and so much crazy shit that now I'm sitting here right now going, am I sure that that's true? I'm going to have to look that up again. I'm going to have to reaffirm for myself that that actually ended up being true. Somebody make a video for me. All right, that's on Fatty or that's on Redonk. One of you guys get on that shit so I can like educate myself.
It's a meme on the internet. Alex Jones, prophet. Not conspiracy nut, prophet. But when you dig into Alex Jones's predictions, they are so spot on that it's remarkable. How does he do this? We're guessing there's a kind of spiritual sensitivity to Alex Jones. Maybe that's his secret. He was displaying this years before the average person in this country even thought about matters like that. Now it's pretty obvious to most people that
Redonk's the worst cop.
The current war going on.
He's the cop that
in
everybody
this
has to
country
be
is
worried
taking place
about.
in ways you can't see it most of the time. But 10 years ago, people were not thinking that way. Alex Jones was.
Dude.
And so we thought it'd be interesting to sit down and...
Bro, is this really necessary? A 3-minute diatribe on how bad Alex Jones got it? Is this necessary? Do we need 3 minutes and 18 seconds of Tucker Carlson talking about how Alex Jones got a raw deal? Like, just let him come out and talk, bro. This is a waste of 3 minutes and 18 seconds of my life. I want it back. Words of Ted Nugent. I want it back.
talk to Alex Jones, the man. He joins us now in our studio. Alex Jones, thank you.
Wow, Tucker, it's great to be here. Amazing studios, amazing, I mean it, amazing people. And this is really going to be, I think, a historic interview. So thanks for having me.
Dude, if you guys want to know some crazy stuff about Alex Jones, you guys should watch that video I made. I made like a video, I think it was like 3 or 4 months ago, about the texts that Alex Jones, when they got a hold of his texts and how he was sending his wife pictures of big black dong and other stuff and talking about like cuck porn and stuff like that. Like, it always comes out, dude. It always comes out. The dudes that are like, you shouldn't do this stuff, those are the dudes you gotta watch. You gotta watch those dudes, man. They got bodies in the basement. I'm going to say this. I would put money on the fact that there might be bodies in that basement. Actually, there might be bodies in both these basements. Do you guys think... Okay, ADD, sorry. Do you guys think that's a green screen? Because this kind of looks green screenish. I don't think that looks real. I don't think this looks real, guys. I think this is a pretty good green screen going on right here. That table might be real, though.
Well, I'm really grateful to be able to do it. And it's one of the great blessings of my life and of my job is that I've been able to meet people
I don't believe that, Reno.
I've
I
had
don't believe
preconceptions about, and sometimes find those preconceptions bolstered and in other cases demolished. And you're definitely in the second category. So I want, for people who've made it this far, you know, the people around the country have really succeeded in making you disreputable. And the whole point, of course, is people won't listen to you. So we thought it'd be interesting to start.
Okay, this isn't going to be a great interview if all they're going to do is cry. I'm not super interested in watching Tucker Carlson and Alex Jones just like jerk each other off to how bad their lives as rich white dudes are. Like, come on.
Start with a series of on-tape predictions that you made, some of which are so precise and so prescient that it makes the hair on my arms stand up.
Oh my God.
I'm being sincere, and our viewers are about to see what I'm talking about. Here is
such
a
a goofy
list
dude.
of things that you called ahead.
Oh, here we go. Here we go.
By
He
the
already
middle
made
of
it.
September, that the new policy's being written, you will all have to wear masks again, and so will airport employees.
It's happening. Mask mandates are officially back.
We know the Joint Chiefs of Staff wanted to blow up airlines.
No, that's not true, though. Dude, that's not even true. Jesus fucking Christ, that's not true. How many of you were forced in August of this year to have to wear masks for any reason. A mask mandate is a nationwide mandate. There were none in California, which is literally the place that you would imagine it would happen first. The only people that mandated masks at all in California this year were a couple campuses and a couple movie studios. Nobody else did. Nobody else. So this is my problem, is like they're going to play this in a way that it's like they're going to play music. They're gonna look at the real short clips. Dude, please stop. Please stop. August of 2023, Redonk. This August, were you mandated to wear masks at your job or anywhere else 3 months ago? 3 months ago! No. And yeah, exactly, Bucket. Like maybe in like an old folks home.
Miners, Baltimore Sun, or if you let some terrorist group do it, like the World Trade Center, we know who to blame. And if there was an outside threat,
Hold on, we gotta go back on this one.
Sincere of them. I'm not accusing you of being behind that.
God damn it.
Sincere.
Puppies.
It's happening. Mask mandates are officially back.
we know the Joint Chiefs of Staff wanted to blow up airliners, Baltimore Sun, or if you let some terrorist group do it, like the World Trade Center, we know who to blame. And if there was an outside threat like a bin Laden, who was a known CIA asset in the 80s,
This group and its leader, a person named Osama bin Laden.
he's the boogeyman they need.
We're looking at a giant.
What is that doesn't prove anything. What the fuck does that even mean? How is he right about anything there? That's not, dude, that doesn't prove that he was right about Osama bin Laden being a government agent. It proves nothing except for that Osama bin Laden was a terrorist. Dude, I am completely open to hearing about how our government screwed us over and did us wrong. But it has to actually be true. This is my problem with conspiracy theories, just like it's my problem with people saying that they've seen aliens or that they've been drug up to a spaceship and probed by aliens. I just want to actually be able to believe what you're saying, and almost always, every single time, it's this kind of bullshit. Like, if you actually prove some shit, I'll join up. I'll put on the orange jumpsuit. We'll all join together. I'll drink the Kool-Aid with you. Just prove that shit. Nothing.
Giant war in February right now. I predict the Russians are going to roll in. They're already there. They're going to roll in.
With attacks across Ukraine, which is the
Yeah, dude, I could have predicted that.
size of Texas.
It really was the Iraqis. That's just because they're getting ready to invade Iraq. And what a beautiful setup.
Those 9/11 clips are crazy.
How dumb do you have to be to believe this shit? Like, what is the IQ bar? Like, at what point is your IQ too high to believe this shit? Is it like a 27? Is it like anybody with an IQ over 27? If you can spell your name, you don't believe this dumb shit? Like, that was, come on, man. For just like half a second there, I was like, oh, Jesus. They might have got me. I might be wrong, and I'm going to have to admit this on stream right now. And then they came with that weak shit. That's what they came with? That weak shit? I could have made a better... I'm going to make it... No, I can't do that. I can't do that. I can't be spreading misinformation. I guarantee I could make a better video than that. That was weak. Weak.
I'm actually bothered by the precision of them. I'm not accusing you of being behind 9/11. But how
Redonk
could
is
you,
right.
in July of 2001, call that? You said they're going to have airliners fly into the World Trade Center and they're going to blame a guy called Osama bin Laden. No,
When did
leaving
he say
aside what
that?
actually happened.
He didn't say that.
How could you have known that?
Well, in the longer
There was no
clips,
clip of
it's a
him saying that.
multi-hour show from July 25th, 2001. I specifically walked through all the reasons, and I knew that they were hyping up that we were about to be hit by Osama bin Laden. I knew that the World Trade Center had been attacked the first time and that the Fed's been involved helping cook the bomb.
You notice that they don't show that. They showed like a 10-second clip of him saying that Osama bin Laden was a government agent. Then they showed pictures of the World Trade Centers being hit by planes. And then they showed a clip of George Bush talking about Osama bin Laden being a terrorist. None of this shit where he like said that all these things were going to happen though. Like if you believe that much in your case, dude, you would show all of that. You would show Alex Jones straight up saying, right now, this is what's going to happen, and this is how it's going to happen. And then you would show it happening. That's how you make a video. You're telling me these two people who do nothing but make propaganda failed at making the video that proves their point. That's sad. That means that means like even worse. You couldn't even finagle the facts to make it look like you were right. Come on, guys.
And allowing it to go forward. And I just saw a lot of the pre-programming that was happening in the media.
I watched it. I watched it. And he didn't say shit.
Life's about to change in America. And I was reading what the RAND Corporation was saying and what the Pentagon was putting out. And I read the PNAC document from a year before, Rebuilding America's Defenses, that Dick Cheney had helped write. And it said we need a Pearl Harbor event on the American homeland to be able to bring in this police state and this.
I love watching Tucker Carlson's face. This like, as he like slow blinks at people. It's like the funniest shit ever.
Control and then expand the American empire worldwide. So hundreds of pieces of data went into that prediction.
But terrorists are going to hit the World Trade Center in July of 2001. I lived in the United States then. That was the last thing on my mind. And I lived in Washington. I know the guys who wrote the PNAC document because I shared an office with them. So I was more informed than the average person.
Is it fake?
And that was the last thing that crossed my mind in the summer of 2001. Like everyone else, I thought it was a Cessna. But how convinced were you that this was going to happen?
I was completely convinced. In fact, in the full clip.
And see, this is this stuff that makes me so mad. This is what makes me mad, is that there are things that are going on in our government. Some of them, yeah, like the populace shouldn't know about. Obviously, there's like military engagements and stuff where you just can't tell everybody where all the military is going to be. That would completely screw that up. But there are things that are going on in our government. Look, when they started talking about the alien stuff and that dude was like, they are misappropriating funds and using them for these secret things they're doing. Like, I want to know about that. I think that there's probably something there that needs to be looked at. But when we get people that like go into all of this detail about this idea, like they've gone down the rabbit hole, they read all this stuff, and they know what's going on, but they don't, it just makes it all muddled. Like the problem with this is that like these guys only have an idea of what they think is going on, and then they state it as if it's fact. And that muddles all of this. And then it also makes people look at people like this, or anybody, myself included, that say, well, I think there might be something going on that we should all be aware of. And we look just like these people. I don't want to look like Alex Jones. I'm not that crazy. I'm only a little crazy.
If it's online, you can find it on Twitter and other places. It has been removed. I explained to people that they need to call the White House and tell the White House, we know if you allow these attacks, that you're basically allowing it to happen. And it was similar to all the data we had when
you said that on your show?
On my show. And I gave the number out so people could actually call the White House. And then going back to October of last year, when the Russians went into Ukraine, I specifically said I think they'll go in by the end of February. And there was a lot of data that went into that. And then they specifically did go in on February 24th. And so I was able to make that prediction as well.
Missed it.
There was a lot of data and information that went into it.
Sure. I'm just, for the record, I miscalled that completely. I didn't think they were going to do it. You were right. I was wrong, not for the first time. But the 9/11 thing, I remember that really well. Nobody was thinking like that. So you called it.
Yeah, our government actually had information prior to 9/11, and that's the kind of stuff that I actually care about. This is why I think these kind of conversations are just unproductive and stupid. I think that the conversation that we should actually be having about this subject is the fact that the American government did have information about people of interest that were training to be pilots of small planes, okay? And that there were people that were in the United States that probably shouldn't have been, Those are the things that we should be talking about, not whether or not Alex Jones predicted this in some like weird rant. Like the Ukraine thing, it's like, grats, dude. There's lots of people. I guarantee there's hundreds, if not thousands of people that could have predicted that Russia was going to invade Ukraine. This is not something that people are like, wow, that was really surprising. Russia had literally already invaded multiple parts of Russia. Crimea, Georgia. The fact that we're trying to put a NATO base in Ukraine told everybody that Russia wasn't going to be happy about that, and most likely baited them into invading Ukraine. Those are the things I want to talk about. Those are the things I want to hear. If there's any kind of actual conspiracy theory that I would be engaged in, it would be that people like Alex Jones and Tucker Carlson are actually the people distracting everybody from what is actually going on in the government. If I wanted to start my own conspiracy theory, it would be that people like these morons getting on TV and preaching to all the other morons that love them so much about this crazy shit that it distracts them from what is actually going on in the government. That's what I would start.
In public, on tape, did the 9/11 Commission... So if I'm the FBI and I'm investigating 9/11, you're like the first guy I would call, because you're the only person who said that out loud. Did they call you?
No, they didn't. But my most accurate prediction, going back over a decade, was when I read the Rockefeller Foundation Operation Lockstep, and they described using a virus to bring in world government, to bring in a world medical ID.
Oh, here we go.
They would then build the social credit score off of, and that they would make people wear masks for fear, that they would shut down sporting events and things like that, and basically phase in this new tyranny. So I was also able to specifically make that prediction over and over and over again, because I was going off their own battle plans.
Are you the only person in media who actually reads these reports?
What makes anybody think that Alex Jones has the ability to get a hold of any of this information? What makes Alex Jones special? I mean, I'm sure Donald Trump, if you showed up at Mar-a-Lago, would show you any plan that you want to look at. You want to know about nuclear submarines? You want to know about our troop movements in Iraq? Just show up to Mar-a-Lago. Buy the $35 dinner. Donald Trump will give you a steak with some ketchup and all the plans for the Iraq invasion. I don't doubt that. But Donald Trump was only in office for 4 years, so there's a very small window of time in which it could be appropriate for how he would have got these plans. What makes anybody think that Alex Jones is privy to any of this information? Why would he be? Does anybody ask themselves any of these fucking questions?
Reports?
I don't think a lot of people do read them, but I do.
Yeah, my uncle was too. Yeah, of course it was. Also, my uncle was a deep state operative, CIA, FBI, 7-time general. Like, come on. We can all say, like, dude, I can tell you right now, like, all kinds of crazy ass facts about my family that do not actually ring true. Yeah. His uncle was a spook. Mine too, bro. Mine too. My uncle arrested MC Hammer. That's true. True story.
I do read them. I mean, I'm currently reading
Good job, read all.
MIT reports.
True story.
From the top councils, Pentagon reports.
Thank
They
you,
have a
Strange
working
Finger.
Group called the Mad
Welcome to the
Scientist
chat.
Group, at the Pentagon that works with MIT. And if you go watch their hour-long, 2-hour-long, 3-hour-long meetings they have on YouTube with all the tops, I mean, we're talking hundreds of top scientists, they admit that they're building a post-human world, that soon every...
This is, I once heard Joe Rogan say this. He said the way that you know that penis enlargement pills don't work is because if penis enlargement pills did work, the entire world, all men, regardless of how big they were to begin with, would be walking around with penises so large that you'd have to like walk them around in shopping carts because every dude would be taking them. If there are scientists literally talking about how they were going to take over the world on YouTube, the most accessible platform you could possibly find, everybody would know that. But what Alex Jones is actually saying here is that he watches people and then he interprets the things they say to mean these things. You can't take this shit seriously, man.
Everyone's going to be mind controlled, that they're going to put smart dust in our food, that they can electromagnetically control.
You did this, Reed.
And they just lay it all out right there. And I've learned what these people said in the 50s they would do were done by the 70s. What they said their plan was in the 70s.
It's because I moved the stream to Thursday. Sorry, Reed.
When they had their Agenda 21 in Rio de Janeiro in 1992, the big UN summit, they described everything they would do up until the year 2000.
Yeah, get a mental image from that strange figure.
Done. Now they've got Agenda 2030, and we're going to ban your gas stoves. We're going to ban beef. We're going to ban single-family dwellings. We're going to ban private ownership.
They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that. And they're not going to do that. Literally, the thing that they were doing with gas ovens, where they are attempting to put restrictions on gas ovens that emit a certain leak of chemicals that were poisoning people's homes, something of that like. They weren't banning gas stoves. Nobody wants to ban gas stoves. This is what I'm talking about. If you actually look up what they're trying to do, somebody over Thanksgiving was like, look at Kamala Harris. What a hypocrite. She has a gas stove in her house. That's not what they're talking about doing. And if you believe that shit, you're a moron. Okay? I'm sorry. But go read what the hell is actually in these bills. Because when you actually read them, they don't want to ban gas stoves. That's stupid. They only want to inhibit the sale of ones that are being sold to poor people that are potentially poisoning them. Jesus Christ. All right. I can't do the whole thing tonight. We'll watch that. We'll watch the rest of that in a little bit, okay? How about that? I could rant on Alex Jones for probably 5 hours of my life. We could do a marathon one day. Maybe we'll make that a special event. I rant on Alex Jones for 24 hours, okay? Dude, Redonk, let's talk about that for a second. The chip. A bunch of people that are worried about the government tracking their whereabouts support Elon Musk, a man who literally wants to put a chip in your brain. You can't make this shit up. These people are so hypocritical. It's just astounding. Government's always tracking me. They got video cameras in my TV. They're tracking my phone. Oh yeah, do you like Elon Musk? Hell yeah, I like Elon Musk, which is weird because they didn't like him 3 years ago. Okay? Yeah, I love Elon Musk. Well, what do you think about this chip thing he's putting? Well, that's crazy. That's just crazy. Wow, it's crazy what they can do nowadays. Dude, he's going to put a chip in your brain. It is pretty far out from now. City doesn't want to fix the gas lines. Yeah, but Redonk, that's what I'm saying. Let's talk about those things. Redonk, I know you believe that shit. I've been to your house. I've seen the tape on the fucking on the webcam. All right. I don't give a shit. What the fuck are they watching you for, Redonk? Watching you jerk off to fucking hentai? Come on. What I'm saying is when you want to talk about the New York gas ban and the city doesn't want to fix the gas lines, that's what we should be talking about. That's what I'm saying. My conspiracy theory is that they get you guys all to talk about dumb shit and go off on how the deep state and the Illuminati and the Freemasons and all this crazy shit is going on. Meanwhile, what we should actually be talking about is infrastructure and voting on bills and recognizing when the government isn't doing their job correctly. That's what we should be actually focused on. No, people are irate about the fact that they're going to ban gas stoves, which isn't even something that they're doing. That's all I'm saying. Okay, your anime titties are your own business. Dude, what are they going to blackmail you for? What are they going to blackmail you for? Why do teachers need to supplement Why do teachers need to supplement their income with OnlyFans? Because teachers are completely undervalued. That's why. Teachers should be top 3 earning in the entire country. Teachers are not only in charge of the future of humankind, they also babysit your goddamn children, okay? That's what everybody learned during COVID when they had to actually take care of their own kids for a little bit. They're like, it's hard. Holy shit. You know what it's like having 2 or 3 kids that you have to pay attention to? Try like 26. Try actually doing a teacher's job. Top 3. Top 3. Entire country. I probably lost just like 7 viewers right there. They're probably like all like, fuck that. But I'm telling you right now, I'm standing for that, okay? We should be discussing MK Ultra. We're going to look at MK Ultra one day. We'll watch some conspiracy theories. I ain't scared.
Of the free world.
Okay, you get. Can we talk about how weird DeSantis is? Look at everybody else on this stage. Dude, Chris Christie's got his belly all up on the podium right there. He's resting his belly on the podium. Nikki Haley, she's fine. She's just doing her thing. Even Vivek, clown ass Vivek, he's just comfortable. He's thinking about the stupid shit he's about to say. It's in his head. He's like, man, in a second I am just going to own myself so fucking hard. Look at Ron DeSantis. That is not the way a human being stands, dude. Ron DeSantis 1000% is a robot.
You get to express your mind freely no matter how heinous the opinion.
No drama, no vendettas, no whining.
This is a woman who will send your kids to die so she can buy a bigger house. This is the problem.
Dude, Vivek's got the Trump down though, dude. He's like fear.
Identity politics more effectively than Kamala Harris.
I actually said his Don't Say Gay bill didn't go far enough.
The king of the woke industrial complex. Puppets of the puppet master. George Soros Jr. You can put lipstick on a Dick Cheney. It is still a fascist neocon.
You would be voted in the first 20 minutes as...
How long do you think he thought that up? Or do you think that he didn't think that up? Do you think Tyvek's hired some writers, dude? Do you think Tyvek's got a couple people in the background writing his jokes now? You can put a lipstick on a Dick Cheney, he said. Wow. Moon landing hoax. That one, I'm into that one too. We can watch that one. JFK Jr. Biden is one of my favorite Strange Finger. The other day I fucked up. I'm going to admit this to you guys. I walked outside when one of my employees was outside, and I was like, look at that truck. And she looked over and she's like, what? And I'm like, they think JFK is still alive. And I was like, fuck, it says RFK. But I'm going to tell you guys this right now. That was the worst sticker. It was like somebody made it at home and just like pasted it on there. It's like when you see the State of Jefferson stickers. It's like, all that shit's homemade, dude. Like, come on, guys, we live in 2023. You can just get that shit off a site. Just go to a site. You get it for like $17. You can make any sticker you want. Bumper sticker, big old sticker for the side of your car. But it said, I'm voting for RFK, and it was like the worst sticker I've ever seen in my life. It was terrible. Terrible. Let's see. Soros is pulling this guy's strings, and I'm not falling for it. Dude, he got a George Soros. He got a freaking grant from George Soros. Chat's 2 minutes behind. Sorry. I don't know. I got you guys on the low connection. Let's see what we got here. I'll let you guys catch up. You guys got 11 likes going on out of 19 views. And I'm going to tell you right now, that is the ratio I am looking for, guys. I appreciate you guys. All right, back to it. This is my favorite part right here.
It's the most obnoxious blowhard in America.
Bathroom bills.
I signed a bathroom bill in Florida.
Boys going to a boys' bathroom, girls going to a girls' bathroom.
Excuse me, Chris, I'm speaking, and I'm not done yet.
I haven't heard a time when you aren't
and we're going to be done.
If I say the sky is blue, they'll fact check me and say that's wrong.
That they would still support him, even if convicted of federal felonies. Federal felonies, by the way.
They all had man dresses on. You didn't know if someone had a bomb?
Just walk yourself off that stage, enjoy a nice meal.
He didn't even fire Dr. Fauci.
I wish I was still 44 years old, okay?
45.
So, well, congratulations.
45.
January 6th now does look like it was an inside job.
I would draw inspiration from Ronald Reagan.
I think George Washington.
We can learn an awful lot from Calvin Coolidge.
Thomas Jefferson. He invented the swivel chair.
Mr. Trump is...
That was spot on, dude. Dude, 100% Ron DeSantis is a Calvin Coolidge guy, okay? 100% Tyvek was going to bring up somebody that invented something.
Nearly 50 points ahead of all of you.
Nikki Haley's campaign launch video sounded like a woke Dylan Mulvaney Bud Light ad. She said that I have a woman problem. Nikki, I don't have a woman problem.
so
We need a strategy of denial.
You'll all be heading to the polls to vote. And that's something that Donald Trump will not be able to do. Because he will be convicted of felonies before then, and his right to vote will be taken away.
Oh, Jesus. Oh, Christ. Oh, man. Oh, man. Yeah, if he took the boot off, tell me right now, guys. Tell me right now. If you were Ron DeSantis and somebody said, I think you wear lifts in your shoes, I would just pull my goddamn boots off. I would be like, fucking, there you go. There you go. There it is. There's no fucking lift in it. It's just me. God damn it. Who of all people, guys, who would sit there and have somebody tell them, I think there's lifts in your boots, and just sit there and be like, no, there isn't. You have lifts in your shoes. Just show them. Show them you don't have lifts in your shoes. Okay. Oh, that was good. Lincoln Project is on point. So this is the lizard people, one and all. Exactly, Strange Finger. Exactly. All right. Sorry, my Santa hat's getting all crazy. I don't know if you guys noticed, but that's a Santa wizard and a Santa. It looks like maybe a lancer. It's a Santa lancer as well. Oh, okay. So I want to say, so for anybody other than Nathan said he had to like go through the whole thing last night. He sat through it. I was at a band, a junior high band show last night, so I didn't get to watch this. But these are the highlights of Chris Christie. Now I did see some other stuff going on. I did see a little bit of actual debate going on, but this was a shit show, just like the last ones were. It was a circus. And I just want to show you guys a couple because I had some opinions on this that I expressed on Twitter. Okay? What? I got to log in? Oh, Christ. Hold on. We'll have to go over here then. Can I pull this one up instead? Yeah, here we go. All right. I guess they don't want me to do it that way, so we'll go through here. Midas touch. Bear with me. I blame Redunk. Way to go, Redunk. Dun dun dun. I am so old. Oh, Midas Jordy. That's the one Fatty's always talking about. I should fucking... Oh, sorry. I should be figuring this stuff out. Sign up, and if you're verified... Okay. All right. Figured it out. Now you just got to put our window capture up. Boop. No, it doesn't like that. Oh, that didn't work. Oh, we're messing up all kinds of stuff. Okay, hold on. Hold on. That's not it. Ah, damn it. What is going on here? Now you guys are getting double screened. Double screen. Take that. Okay. Apparently I don't know how to work this. Okay, we're just gonna do something else then. That one's not gonna work. All right. Anyways, Chris Christie at one point called out our boy Tyvek for talking mad trash to Nikki Haley, and that was actually really good. Let's see if we can just find it. Somebody find me. Can anybody find me the actual debate clips on YouTube. Redunk. Go find the debate clips on YouTube. You can do it. It's all you. Oh, why is Redunk's Discord up there? Oh, hey, look, I got that one up. Look at me go. All right, we're gonna watch this while I look for it. Okay, I'm gonna look for it, and we're gonna watch Boozy goes off about crack being healthier than fentanyl. This is a Redunk request. Of course, it's a Redunk request.
But you actually made an interesting statement. You told people to stop taking fentanyl and go back to crack.
Crack. I'm promoting it.
You're promoting
Fuck
crack.
that. Fentanyl killing all the junkies who been junkies. I'm talking, it's killing the junkies who been junkies for
Okay, Boozy Badass is one of the dumbest human beings alive, I'm pretty sure.
ever.
Yes.
Soon as they hit it, they dead.
Right.
Crackhead, this nigga shoot threes, this nigga shoot basketball, this nigga run 100 miles, this nigga can sing, this nigga fix your car motor, been doing this for 20 years. This motherfucker still...
Okay, when a crackhead fix your car motor, though, it only works for like 5 minutes. 10 minutes maybe, okay? And then after that, that shit breaks again. I've known a few crackheads in my life. You don't want them working on your car.
Running around the neighborhood. When have you ever heard crackheads hitting the pipe and dying the first time?
Never.
Never. This fentanyl shit is different. I would much rather crack.
He's probably not wrong about that, though. That is a hot take on Boozy's part, but also, I'll allow it.
I would much rather crack.
You said
I've been seeing my crackhead people for 30 years.
True.
This nigga hit fentanyl 2 times. He's gone. You never see him again.
Right.
I promote crack before fentanyl. I'm sorry.
Right. And you know something?
Then crackheads, bro, they can do anything.
You ever see those crackhead couples that have been together for like 15 years?
This is the most ghetto shit I've ever seen. This is the truth. You're right. Dude, I want you guys... Okay. So being that I push as much progressive stuff on this channel as I do, I want you guys to watch that Channel 5, I think it's called Jack the Bipper. That is a very insightful look into how Prop 47 has changed the laws regarding stealing in places like San Francisco. And it also goes to show it should be an educational period because of this. One of the things that people don't understand about laws and how they're made and how they're voted, everybody, they did that on purpose. They wanted people to be stealing from people and getting away from it. That's not what they're doing. They wanted to take away the financial stress of a prison system that has something like 500,000 people in it in California. So they were attempting to stop what is the cycle of people going to prison for things that are low-level offenses and then becoming worse criminals while in prison, coming out, and then committing worse crimes. But Prop 47 has resulted in in people being able to steal large amounts of stuff from stores and from other people and allowing them to go unpunished. And it is a very, very insightful look into exactly what that culture has become, specifically in San Francisco, where this video was taken from. Really good stuff from Andrew Callahan. Channel 5 News is a channel. It's called Jack the Bipper, and you should watch that. It is pretty crazy. And the reason I say that is because one of the guys that is doing the stealing is actually, he's a fentanyl addict.
They can do anything.
All gas, no brakes.
Bro. Still smoking crack and they're still together.
They can do anything, bro. Crackhead, bro. Whatever was in crack, they gave them real powers.
Did you ever see the video of the crackhead with the kangaroo?
Yeah, but Redunk, how many people are in Arizona and how many people are in California? Like, everybody always talks about how California has the most homeless. California has the most gun violence. California has the most this. California also has the most people.
No, I ain't see it.
Hold on a second.
Fucking fentanyl, man, that shit killed junkie, bro. That shit That shit done killed so
I don't
many
know anything
people
about a
in-
Sackler thing. You're gonna
in
have to help
Baton
me
Rouge,
out.
bro. Like, it's sad, bro.
Give me a link and I'll watch it though.
Look at this. It's a crackhead with a kangaroo.
A crackhead walking a kangaroo down the street.
On a leash.
What the
On
hell?
leash. On the leash. That's crackhead shit, bro. You never seen, bro. They still around to this day. Crackheads are still around to this day, bro.
You said, this is what you said. You said there's too many people dying in 2000.
Now, see, this is what I'm talking about, Redunk. These are the things I want to talk about. This is why I think it's like ridiculous that we get caught up in all the dumb deep state shit and all the like, like it's the thing with Trump is like we should not even be talking about Trump, right? Like we should be able to stop talking about Trump. He should just go to prison or at least just go to trial, right? Like if anybody, they're the one that won't stop talking about Trump. Trump doesn't want you to stop talking about him. That's his whole thing. Like, we should be talking about things like privatized prisons, privatized healthcare. There are two things in this country that I can think of just off the top of my head that shouldn't be for profit, and that should be healthcare and the prison system. Because anytime that you incorporate financial value into prisons or healthcare, you are going to have a bad time. It doesn't make any sense to have prison systems or healthcare be a for-profit situation. You are going to have a bad time.
22 of fentanyl. If you're going to be an addict, you might as well go back to crack. Crackheads live
Escape
longer
from New
than
York.
anybody. You still
Was
see
it
them around. That
snakes,
fentanyl shit is way
lipskin,
stronger.
slipskin?
You can't shake it. Go back to crack. You're going to be funnier. You're going to live longer.
Yeah. Every crackhead, bro, could have been a comedian.
Mm.
Oh,
If you
Jesus,
think all of
Reno,
your
don't do
funniest
that.
crackhead in your hood, it could have been a comedian.
Right.
Yeah, where you think Mike Epps came from, bro? Drugging. Mike Epps used to be drugging, bro. You
Mike
know
Epps was like, yeah, of course I know Mike
Mike
Epps.
Epps got a story, boy.
Okay.
Yeah,
He's talking
bro,
about the
Mike
comedian.
Epps got a real story, boy.
Fucking boozy, dude.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you. I mean, I remember interviewing Freeway Ricky, and he even told me, he kind of broke it down, how crack sort of crept up on everybody. People started smoking crack, and they were still functioning. They were still doing jobs and everything else like that. And over time, you start to see the deterioration. But he said, even to this day, he goes, man, he's like, he's got a guy that's 60 years old. He said the only problem he got with crack is he can't get more of it right now.
Yeah, bro.
You know?
Like
Wait,
people.
hold on.
It's a different.
Are we turning this into some kind of positive crack speech right now? I don't know if I can't sign off on this right now. Like, I don't know if I'm okay with that. I mean, look, I'm the person that I'm okay. Like, legalize all drugs. Legalize it, because there's nothing better than being able to talk about, like, the bad and the good of doing drugs. Like, marijuana being legalized allows people to have honest conversations about the negatives and positives of smoking marijuana. I say legalize it all and let's figure this shit out. Let's have education, just like sex, just like drugs, just like alcohol. Everything is education, education, education. Legalize it and let's talk about it.
Whatever's in that fentanyl, bro, it's deadly, bro.
Yeah.
Whatever was in that crack, bro, Pablo Escobar had a motherfucker smiling. Pablo Escobar had some
Dude, yeah. He also had, like, intense, insanely crazy mental issues that included paranoia and prison time. I don't know if that's a mental issue. Should be. Oh, man. All right. What is this one? Okay, let's talk about this. This is in the news, and we're supposed to be talking about the news. Hold on, I missed my chance. Are you guys ready for this? And we're back with the news. I forgot to do my segue. All right. Mask off moment from Republican speaker. So I'm going to guess this is the part where he talks about blurring the faces of insurrectionists. I have not watched this video, but I'm going to guess that what this video is about is that this is where he says that they are going to protect people that have committed crimes by blurring their faces. Jesus Christ, what world do we live in?
If there's any doubt whatsoever that the Republican Party has completely forfeited its claim as the party of law and order,
I've never
look
watched
no
this guy's
further
channel
than the
either.
most powerful elected Republican in the country,
Very
Speaker
nice,
Mike
Strange
Johnson,
Finger. I hope it was
openly
good for
announcing
you.
that he is deliberately
I've done some
editing January
shrooms
6
multiple
footage
times.
to make it harder for criminal
Only had 1 or 2
insurrectionists
bad
to be
guys.
identified and prosecuted, effectively engaging in obstruction of justice. But before we unpack all that, if you haven't yet, please hit that like, subscribe, and the alert bell.
I'll do it afterwards. Sorry,
All right,
bro.
folks, I've got a clip to play. I just want to jump right into it. Here is Speaker Mike Johnson, the most powerful elected Republican in the United States, second in line to the presidency, a man who is supposed to be the embodiment of law and order, since he is one of the most powerful people in the party of law and order, openly announcing to the press casually that he...
Dude, Mike Johnson looks a little bit like Ned Flanders. Like, only a little. I mean, not like the hair. You don't have a mustache. If he had a mustache, nah. Mike Johnson looked like a weird-ass dude with a mustache. He already looks like a weird dude. But he's got a little Ned Flanders going on.
He intends to subvert law and order.
The January 6th committee was a partisan exercise. They claimed that it was bipartisan, but I think we all recognize that the two Republican members that served on that committee had another agenda. I think that what we got was a biased report. I think they hid some of the important evidence.
Dude, it doesn't matter which Republicans they put on that committee. If they at all were like, oh, okay, actually, now that I look at all this evidence, it seems as though these are some treasonous-ass traitors, you would be saying they had another agenda. This is the dumb shit that happens in politics. Look, Bob Menendez, it looks like his ass sold secrets to the Egyptians, okay? I'm not talking about the pharaohs. I'm not talking about Brendan Fraser, okay? I'm talking about the Egyptian government. Bob Menendez can kick rocks if that's real. Bob Menendez can take his ass somewhere else that doesn't involve a position of power, potentially a prison cell. This is what drives me nuts about politics. Well, if my guy went over to the other side and said that he agrees with them, then he must not be on my side. Or maybe, just maybe, they saw that these people committed treasonous acts and were like, I'm not going to stand here and look a fool acting like these people didn't do treacherous ass shit. That is like insane that you can watch people break out the windows of the Capitol building. You can watch people smash cops with fire extinguishers and smash cops in a door and spray them with mace. And you're like, I don't see anybody doing anything wrong. If you want to, what the Republicans like to do is they like to bring up the Black Lives Matters protests. If you show me a video of a protester hitting a cop with a fire extinguisher or macing a police officer, I will 100% support you in prosecuting them. There is no doubt in my mind that I would support you in doing that. That is insane to say that a dude went over on the committee, looked at a bunch of evidence that showed a bunch of people committing treasonous acts, and you're like, yeah, it's just because they had another agenda. That's the only reason that they agreed with them. No, they agreed with them because if they didn't, they'd look a goddamn fool. That's why.
And look, we want the American people to draw their own conclusions. I don't think partisan elected officials in Washington should present a narrative and expect that it should be seen as the ultimate truth on it when we know that they hid certain elements. The release of the January 6 tapes was a critical and important.
I don't disagree with what you're saying, Redon. No, I don't disagree that there's a possibility that there was civilian dressed, ununiformed police officers in the crowd. Yeah, they do that shit. They do it to control crowds. This is what I'm saying is every one of these things has some legitimate basis in truth. The problem with it is how that truth is then perceived by people that are conspiracy minded. Me and you both know, with my family being police officers, being in the military, that they will put people in crowds to attempt to control the crowd. They do not put police officers in the crowd to incite these things. There's absolutely no chance that these people would be in the crowd trying to incite violence against their brothers in arms. If you know anything about the police force, if you know anything about the military, they support their own to a fault. There's no way that there was a bunch of federal officers in plain clothes inciting a riot. If there are federal officers in plain clothes, they are there to help contain the riot. But there's no way they're just blurring the faces of feds. He literally said it. He said that to stop people from being punished. Mike Johnson, if I can bring up the clip, I'll bring up the clip. But Mike Johnson, or maybe he'll bring it up in this. Mike Johnson says to keep people from being punished for the acts on January 6th. Because they knew by releasing all of this footage, or he didn't know until it happened, the moment they released all this footage, all these online sleuths were like, oh, sweet. Thanks for releasing all that footage. Let's find these motherfuckers. And they did. Like immediately they found somebody like right away from the footage that Mike Johnson released, which triggered immediately Mike Johnson stalling the videos being put out and blurring their faces. Who's trying to punish them? It's the FBI. There's still charges for all of these people. Anybody that participated in that Capitol insurrection, there are still charges to be brought against them to this point. So what's happening is there's a bunch of people that are online that are finding these people and they're reporting them to the feds. So yes, the FBI is trying to punish them still. Yeah. Let the National Guard handle that shit was complete bullshit. Not letting the National Guard, because I'll be honest with you, I don't know enough about that portion of it, but as I understand it, I don't think anybody thought that it was going to go there. I don't think that anybody thought that the National Guard was necessary. That you just, and here's the other part of that, just as I'm thinking about it. If you send the National Guard in against Americans, against people who are claiming that they are being oppressed, people that are claiming that the election was unfairly rigged against them, and then you send the National Guard in to take care of that, and that turns violent, that is a bad optic for America. That is a bad optic for the Biden administration and everybody coming in after that. Because if those people come in, and even one American civilian, look at Ashley Babbitt. Look what happened with Ashley Babbitt. Ashley Babbitt was trying to literally crawl over people while tearing down a door to get into, to take Mike Pence to justice, I guess, which is just absolutely insane to me. But that's what she's trying to do. And she died, and at this point, they are turning her into a martyr. Martyr, sorry. Not a shell that you blow up in the sky. If you send the National Guard in at that point, and anybody gets harmed, any civilian gets harmed, that's a bad optic for America. Horrible. Kent State, yeah, that's a good point. Kent State. Well, yeah, but come on. You telling me you don't shoot that person? Redonk? Mr. Concealed Carry? A person from a crowd that is rabidly screaming, hang Mike Pence while tearing down a door, physically tearing down a door, comes up over the top of other people as you're standing there with a gun. You don't shoot that person. 100% she got shot because her ass tried to climb over people to get to Mike Pence that apparently they wish that they could hang. Like, I'm all for, dude, you know me. My nephew was shot by a police officer multiple times. I'm from Bakersfield. That is the highest per capita homicide rate by police officers in the nation. I am 100% against police officers shooting civilians. I don't think that should even have to be said, right? But you can't, in that situation, you can't do that. No, I didn't see that. Like I said, I think that that's a completely different situation, though. With my uncle being a police officer, with my aunt being a police officer, I do believe there are times where force is necessary, and those are times where their very livelihood is at stake. And I don't even mean they think it. I think that you have to actually believe 100% that if you don't take that force at that moment, that's the only time it is appropriate. Like I said, my nephew was shot and killed by police. I come from Bakersfield, the highest per capita police homicide in the nation. And I can tell you that Ashley Babbitt, in that frenzied situation, climbing over other people to attempt to break into where potentially the vice president of the United States at that point was, to hang him, is a time where you are going to get shot. You shouldn't do that. That's a bad idea. It's a bad idea. I didn't look at the wood stick thing. No, I don't think that was an office cop, dude. I think that was Secret Service. I'm pretty sure that was CIA or Secret Service that shot Ashley Babbitt. I could be wrong about that. Let's see. Because it was Mike Pence's guards. I could be wrong, though. I don't know. It was shot in the left shoulder by the United States. No, you're right. UCP, United States Capitol Police. I don't know what the training of somebody on the Capitol Police Force is. You know, I don't know if that's better or worse than your everyday police officer, which our training for our police officers is absolutely horrid. All right, back to this.
Exercise. We want transparency.
Yeah,
We
I thought
should
it was the
demand
Secret
that the
Service.
American
I guess
people
I'm
do.
wrong about that.
We trust, House Republicans trust the American people to draw their own conclusions. They should not be dictated by some narrative and accept that as fact. So they can review the tapes themselves. We're going through a methodical process of releasing them as quickly as we can. As you know, we have to blur some of the faces of persons who participated in the events of that day, because we don't want them to be retaliated against and to be charged by the DOJ. And
there you go. I didn't make that shit up. You said it right there. We don't want them to be charged by the Department of Justice. I don't care where you stand on this issue. If someone committed treason against the country, if they harmed police officers, if they wanted to hang Mike Pence, as much as I dislike The Handmaid's Tale, okay? As much as I dislike Donald Trump, I'm not going out of my way to send death threats to Donald Trump or say hang Mike Pence. That's insanity. And you should be charged for that. Nah. He's not. Look at him. Look at how nervous he is when he says this. He knows he shouldn't be saying this.
the faces of persons who participated in the events of that day, because we don't want them to be retaliated against and to be charged by the DOJ and to have other concerns and problems. So that's a slow process.
No, I think he knows. I think that he knows he shouldn't be saying that. He knows in the middle of saying that he shouldn't be saying that.
To get it done, we're working steadily on it. We've hired additional personnel to do that. And all of those tapes, ultimately at the end, will be out so everybody can see them and draw their own conclusions.
That's the dumbest, most incoherent, most cynical thing that Mike Johnson has ever said. And Mike Johnson has said some spectacularly stupid and dishonest and cynical things. So he simultaneously says the January 6th Select Committee was a biased report, allegedly bipartisan, but the two Republicans were, quote unquote, air Republicans, rhinos, Republicans in name only. We want to release the full, unbiased report, the full unbiased record, nothing that's driven by...
Yeah, and this is my opinion, whatever, anybody else has their own opinion, but I think if you don't agree with this, it seems ridiculous. When you want to look at something, right, if there was a murder, if there was a homicide, and there was police available that were part of the homicide unit. Now, these are people that are experienced people. They know the most about the subject. They look at the subject and they want to explain it to you. That's the person I want to hear from. That's the person that I want their opinion on the subject. I don't want them to just show me the crime scene and be like, well, what do you think? I mean, if they're going to say, what do you think, but here's my opinion as a professional, as an experienced homicide detective, then great, okay, sure. That's fine. But if you're just saying, let's just show the evidence to the American people and let's let them decide. Let's just be honest. There's a lot of really dumb people in this world, not just in America, in this world, that shouldn't be having opinions on these things. Even as far as education goes, I'm willing to say, fuck my opinion. Let's hear the opinion of some experienced experts on this subject. And you know what the experienced experts say on this subject? It was an insurrection. And those people committed treason. I'm all for people getting to see evidence. That's perfectly fine. That's a good thing. You should get to see all the evidence. Transparency is best. But if you think because you got to see some evidence of what was going on at the Capitol that day that your opinion is of more worth than all of the experts, then we're lost. Then what's the point of having experts? What's the point of having lawyers? Represent yourself in court. Don't get a lawyer the next time that you need to go to court. Don't get a lawyer. In fact, next time that you have an illness, don't go to a doctor. The next time that you have problems in your marriage, don't go to a marriage counselor. Because you've got it. You just need to see the evidence and you'll know what's going on. You'll fix it. Like, as much as I dislike a lot of politicians, you have to agree that a lot of them, not MTG, not Boebert, not Santos, but a lot of them on the left and the right do know what they're doing as far as politics and creating laws and creating legislation goes. I'm sorry, whether you like that or not, they are the experts. And in this case, when you have a overwhelming majority of lawyers, police officers, politicians saying that what happened on January 6th was an insurrection, it doesn't matter if fucking Billy Bob saw enough of the footage to say it wasn't. That's crazy.
Narrative. We want full transparency. But also,
hey, I didn't make the treason means death law. So, sure. Yeah, I mean, you commit the crime, you do the time, bruh. I mean, I've always said I'm pro death penalty for pedophiles, so I mean, if I got to stand on my foundation, I'm standing on my foundation. I think there are I don't know if treason is an act that is punishable by death, but if that's what's on the books, then maybe you shouldn't have done that stuff. And maybe that should be corrected. Maybe that's something that should be looked into. But once again, maybe that's what we should be talking about, is things like, is treason still should treason be punishable by death? Obviously it's not, because these people are just going to prison. They're not. But that's what we should be talking about, rather than talking about all the dumb shit. Is that law still applicable to 2023? That's what we should be talking about. They didn't know. I'm not talking about trespassing on federal property. I'm talking about the people that committed actual acts of treason. If you trespass on federal property, I'm not even sure that that's actually treason. In the eyes of the law. Not in my opinion, but in the eyes of the law. You would have to actually speak to a lawyer. Because there's tons of people. This is something that is just being misunderstood as a whole. There are tons of people that entered the Capitol that will not be prosecuted. Because those people didn't commit treason by entering the Capitol that day. Those people may be punished for trespassing. Those people may be punished for things like damaging or vandalizing things. There are people that went in with the intent to stall the certification of an election, and that is treason. There are people who committed crimes like stealing Pelosi's laptop. I don't think that that falls under the treasonous act. I don't think that that's true. I think that that person, if they did get punished for any treasonous activity, it wasn't for stealing the laptop, unless that person then tried to sell it to somebody else. That would be treasonous. That is what's misunderstood right here. Do I think they were low IQ idiots? I think some of them were. I don't think everybody there was low IQ, to be honest with you. I think some of those people, I think there was varied amounts of reasons for all those people to be there. I think there's people that are stupid enough to go there for clout. I think there's people that are YouTube content creators that thought that it was smart to go there to make money. I think that there's people that went there because in their little group of friends, their little cult that they had created, they had became somebody. And going to something like the January 6th, what they called a rally at the time, was going to facilitate just one more day of being somebody important in their group. I think that there is a varied amount of reasons for different people to be there, and I think that certain people were there to create or commit treasonous acts. I think that there were people there that were incited by Donald Trump's speech to go there to stall or halt the certification of electoral process. I don't think that you can say that every single person there was there for that reason, and I don't think that you can say that every single person there was there for not that reason. I think that 100% you could say people did all of those things. Imagine having the time to go protest. Yeah, I'm with you, dude. I wish I had time for protests, dude. See, your backyard neighbor was there, did not go inside. This is what I'm saying. One of the things people keep pointing out, and it drives me fucking nuts, is it keeps saying, look, there was people there that were stopping people from attacking the cops. Look, there was people there that were stopping people from breaking windows. Look, there was people there that were trying to stop people from going inside the Capitol. Yeah. I'm not saying any of that. I'm not saying that there weren't people there that were people that were misguided. I'm not saying that there weren't people there that showed up. Some of those people were there probably to people watch. That's why I go to the fair. I don't want to go to the fair. I'm not going to ride the roller coaster. I'm not going to ride the zipper. Tweakers put that shit together. I'm there to watch the people. I think that there was a wide variety of people that were there. But I also believe that the people that committed acts that could be considered treasonous are traitors to this country and should be punished for their treasonous acts. I mean, the very fact that we all get to sit around and debate this, the very fact that these people get their day in court just goes to show that America very much is still a just country. The fact that these people get to represent themselves, and the only way that these people are representing themselves is with some bullshit-ass defenses. Please do go look them up. They're all ridiculous. Some of them are blaming Trump. There's that grandmother who went to prison that when she got out, it was 4 months in prison, I think, she denounced Trump because she was like, he didn't help me. I went there for him, and he didn't help me. That's sad. Do I think that that woman should be punished with death? No, of course not. But I probably would guess that she didn't do something that was treasonous. I'm going to guess that that grandmother entered the Capitol illegally and was punished for that. Anybody that is being punished for treasonous acts falls under a certain statute to be punished by those acts. It's not people that just walked into the building. It's not the people that were defending the police officers from the other rioters. It's not the people that were pulling people back and saying, hey, don't enter the Capitol. Those people aren't being punished. It's the people that did that shit. Just like me and you would be. Capitol Granny, never forget. That poor old lady, man. She just got taken, dude. All right, let's move on to the next one. This is redunk too. Let's watch some influencers being crazy since I ranted for a while here. You know what the guy who shit in Nancy Pelosi's desk got in trouble for, though? He got in trouble because he stole her laptop. That's the stupidest shit you could do. Why would you? Like, you should know better than that. You should know that if you steal the laptop of a person in government, that's a federal crime, dude. That's a bad, bad idea. What is this shit?
You guys have it. Influencers in the wild. We're having a pretty slow...
Wait. What is this? What is going on in our lives, guys?
There you guys have it.
You know what? I ain't hating. You know why I'm not hating? Because everybody wants to talk about how people need to get a job. Everybody wants to talk about how people are living off welfare, all right? That young woman is disabled and she is making some money.
Influencers
I ain't
in the
hating.
wild. We're having a pretty slow day. Spiced it up, baby. TikTok, baby, let's go. Oh my God. What? Oh my God. What? They're shredded? No.
Dude, that dude is shredded. Holy shit.
That.
Oh. You hear it. And
I hear it and I see it.
Is this Miami? Isn't this where all the influences are? They're all in Miami, aren't they? Dude, if he drops that, God, I'd laugh so much.
There you go. There you go. Fan him out, baby. Fan him out. Yeah. Oh my God. He's working it, dude.
Dude, that's crack. That's crack cocaine right there. He's not an influencer. That dude's on crack. Is this Grand Theft Auto? Yes, this is Grand Theft Auto. Dude, is this Miami? Somebody help me out. I don't know what it is. Dude, 100% run up and snag that. That's the kind of crime that we commit.
Listening to music or no? Oh, okay. Hey, we got the fire trucks.
Those are Fortnite dances.
Fire trucks are back. Fire trucks.
So wait a minute. Is this guy's content driving around filming other people making content? This is content inception.
Whoa. Wait, hold on.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Hell yeah.
Oh, don't pose on us like that.
Yeah.
Oh, shit, he's all the way off the car.
Oh, for your 50 followers.
Yeah.
We got the green.
For your 50 followers. Oh my God, dude. You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of Vegas. When you're going, it's Rodeo. Rodeo is Los Angeles, right? Rodeo Drive? Dude, it reminds me of when you're walking down the strip in Vegas.
He really does look like Riff Raff.
Yo, this guy is either having a really good time.
No, he's having a great time.
Or he's just tripping, dude.
Dude. That right there is Dr. Strangefinger right there.
I'm going
Professor
with...
Strangefinger.
1 second.
Somebody caught him.
That was pretty good. Hell yeah. Dang.
Isn't it just a vet?
Oh! Damn! Oh, shit!
Yeah, take that, not that. Fuck that shit.
Okay, I don't know anything about things that are worth money, so you guys are gonna have to help me. Is that like something that I should be impressed with? Looks like a watch to me.
Oh, my man! Yes, let's go! Oh! Damn!
I mean, isn't that just a Corvette? I mean, it's an expensive Corvette, but it doesn't look like... Isn't that just a Corvette?
He's gonna be next to a GT.
Oh, he's got it.
He's got it? I don't know, but what about the mirror on the side?
Nathan's got him.
Oh, what about the mirror?
Nathan's got him.
Yo, look at the lady in the car.
The lady's like, yo! What? Can you make this shit?
Oh.
I don't know.
Man.
I don't understand. No, you don't think that they come with Lambo doors? That must be a different kind of car? I don't understand rich people, man. I don't think I'll ever understand rich people.
Yes, sir. Oh, damn.
That's a juggalo.
Tints in this lawn wheel.
Oh, yeah. Okay, like 90% of these people aren't influencers, though. Like, it's just like they're just like filming crackheads on the street. I'm not saying that that's not good content. I'm just saying that, like, it looks like most of this is just actually just filming crackheads on the street. Are these just people like posing?
Yo, what?
Yeah, this is just like Vegas. Oh no, it's not Vegas, I guess.
Influencers out in the goddamn wild now.
Oh, okay.
Check out this. He's put his cigar on the windshield.
Oh, that's not a Corvette. Yeah, you're right.
Dang.
It's a Ferrari?
Flex or what? Cigar on the Rari, dude. Dang.
Wait.
Wow.
Why is that a flex? I am so old, dude. I am way too old. I'm like, I don't understand how any of this is even like that cool. Why is this?
Boom, boom, boom. And he's gonna twirl around. Wait for it. Okay, there you go.
Okay. I can't watch any more of this because I'm becoming an old man as I'm watching this. And I'm just like, America is going to shit. This is what we're doing? This is what we're doing now? Well, with our lives, get a job. Oh, Christ, I'm becoming an old man. I don't know what to say about this video. Okay, let's go on. Let's see what Trump's grifting on. Let's watch some Trump grift action.
If you've got somebody who you just absolutely despise on your holiday shopping list this year, or perhaps somebody who seems to still think that the 2020 election was stolen, Donald Trump has come out with the perfect gift for the most horrible human being on your
Renee, we're getting this for your dad.
Holiday shopping list. Folks, Donald Trump has decided to sell his mugshot printed on both Christmas stockings and on wrapping paper this holiday season. And if you feel like burning through $35 for wrapping paper or the $25 for the Christmas stocking, then yeah, that's
what kind of prices are those?
That's your prerogative. By the way,
thanks, Biden.
The Christmas stocking is emblazoned with the words "Never Surrender," which, as we all know, is very ironic considering the fact that it's next to Donald Trump's mugshot, which is proof that he did, in fact, surrender. And that's what we're dealing with. It is the grift that keeps on grifting all year round. Donald Trump, never a moment in his life that he hasn't had the thought cross his head, how can I monetize this? That's what we're dealing with this carnival barker. How can I make money off of every single aspect of my life? Oh, I got arrested? I bet I could sell that mugshot.
I just want to point out once again, like, for all those people that are just like so worried and fighting about like this politician or that politician, it's not just politics, it's rich people, guys. Okay? When you're that wealthy that literally you're going to prison and you're like, man, how do I make money off this? You know there is something wrong with the system when a politician that is wealthy, that is supposedly going to prison with his 91 felonies, can be like, how do I make money off this? There is something wrong with the system.
To a bunch of morons out there across the country.
Good God.
Now, here's the thing. I brought this up at the time. Donald Trump does not actually own that mugshot. Laws vary state by state. Either the mugshot is, of course, open source, and there is no ownership, nobody can copyright it, and anybody can sell the image, or the image could be owned, and this is, basically what I found with that, by the Fulton County Sheriff's Department, meaning any sales of that image would in fact have to give all of that money over to Fulton County. Now, ever since the mugshot was taken, Donald Trump, I think it took maybe a day for him to start putting it on merchandise and selling it to his supporters, and there have been no complaints that I've seen from Fulton County's police department saying, hey, we actually own the rights to that image, you got to give us all the money from it. But I think that may be something that the Fulton County Sheriff's Department may want to look at, right? I mean, if there's money out there that should be rightfully yours if you own the copyright of that image, it would be a good idea to go ahead and get your hands on it. Maybe you could give it out.
Dude. So you know how like people send crazy people send like serial killers letters and stuff? Can you imagine the amount of like fan mail Donald Trump would be getting in prison? Can you imagine the bags of fan mail that people would be coming in and dumping in Donald Trump's prison? Jesus Christ. We live in a
There's
weird world.
holiday bonuses to everybody. I don't know. But Trump is going to continue doing what Trump does.
I don't know, man. Well, yeah, you might be right. Donald Trump does appeal to like the lower level intellect. So you get, I don't know. I'm torn on this because when Trump enters the prison, he's going to have some high level dudes in there that have established their position in the prison system. They're not going to want to give up that position. But Donald is going to be kind of celebrity. So he shows up in there and he kind of appeals to the criminal element. You know what I'm saying? I'm torn. I don't know. Does he get shanked in the first 2 or 3 days? Or does he rise to the top of the prison system in some kind of like John Gotti, moment? Like, I don't know.
Conning the dumbest people in this country into giving him money for the dumbest products ever made. And the holiday season, everybody's shopping, everybody's got their wallets open and their check cards ready. And that is exactly what Donald Trump is hoping will happen. Now, the sales of these, the wrapping paper, the stockings, and everything else, by the way, that he's selling with the image on it goes through WinRed, which is the Republican fundraising outlet. So it is for campaign funding. So if you were thinking about getting this as kind of a gag gift for somebody,
yeah, don't do that.
I do want to warn you that your money will be going to the Republican Party if you do that. So, just a...
Yeah. Trump not real big on uniting people. Trump has not had a real strong ability to unite. Hasn't been big for him lately. Here's one. I think maybe Peachtree. Did Peachtree, you give me this one? This is a small YouTube person here. Her name is Ariana Jasmine. I say small. She's got more subscribers than I do. So, relatively small, okay? So, if this is a good video and you guys like this, you guys should go over and say thank you to Ariana Jasmine. She only has 426 views on this. You guys can get her up to 1,000, okay? So, you should go over. You should hit the like. You hit the subscribe. We'll give her a subscriber. Boom. Look at that. We're making her have more subscribers than me by the day, okay? But this is about Henry Kissinger. Do you guys know much about Kissinger? I do not know much about Kissinger. All I know is that people keep telling me I need to read the Christopher Hitchens book that was written on Henry Kissinger, and that Henry Kissinger is a terrible human being, possibly one of the worst human beings, and that he completely destroyed, I think it was Cambodia and their entire culture, and he's a horrible human being. That's what I've heard about him. So, I am going to watch this because I don't know very much about this subject.
Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will be talking about Henry Kissinger and how he was a war criminal and how it's Rip Bozo up in here, rest in piss, you won't be missed vibes. But we will be talking about why he's a war criminal and why we hated him. So don't forget to like, subscribe, and comment to this video, and let's get it started. War criminal Henry Kissinger has finally died at age 100.
How do you live to 100?
In his lifetime, he's been responsible for some of the worst atrocities in history of the world. Here's a thread. Under Nixon, Kissinger oversaw the massacre of millions in Vietnam, Cambodia, Laos from 1969 to 1973. Kissinger was the mastermind behind the carpet bombing of Cambodia, which deliberately targeted civilians, personally approving all 3,875 bombing raids in Cambodia. So he personally approved of more than 1,000 carpet bombs in Cambodia, which, by the way, mainly impacted the civilians. Oh my god, look at this. More than 7.5 million tons of bombs were dropped in Vietnam, Laos, and Cambodia, double the amount dropped in Europe and Asia during the entirety of World War II. To this day, Laos remains the most bombed country in world history. That is insane. Henry Kissinger ordered to bomb everything that moves and anything that flies in Cambodia. 50,000
no, my grandpa was part.
From the bombings in Cambodia alone, genocide. In Chile, Kissinger.
My dad was in Vietnam, but you know that story too.
US-backed 1973 coup that toppled the socialist government of Salvador Allende and installed the fascist Augusto Pinochet. Pinochet's brutal regime murdered thousands and subjected tens of thousands more to torture during his 16-year reign. The Estadio Nacional de Chile being used as a concentration camp after the coup. This is what's fascinating to me, right? There have been many countries outside of Germany that have had concentration camps in their history. Some of those concentration camps being very closely related to America. But for some reason, the only concentration camps that they teach you in K through 12 school in America is the German concentration camps, which is very important and everyone should know about because obviously the Nazis were bad. But why do we not hear about the concentration camps that were set up in other places of the world? You know, it doesn't make sense. We have to learn this type of stuff from Twitter. Kissinger aided the Pakistani dictator Yahya Khan against Bangladesh's liberation war of 1971, enabling the mass slaughter of an estimated 300,000 to 3 million people. Damn, look at this picture. Malnourished as hell.
Oh
that is
my
so
God,
sad.
that's so sad, yeah.
Kissinger authorized and armed Suharto, the fascist Indonesian dictator. Third dictator? Are you serious? In his genocidal invasion of East Timor in 1975, this campaign led to the death of over 200,000 Timorese through massacres and forced starvations.
Dude, that is like...
In 1976, Kissinger...
Wow. I mean, okay, I guess I need to watch... Maybe we'll do a day or something like that where we watch the Hitchens on Kissinger thing, because Christopher Hitchens is amazing. Holy shit, man. Like, that is evil. Like, that's straight up evil, dude. Like, you could, like, man, if you somehow influence somebody on accident, like, if you, you know, I don't want to jinx nobody, but if you had a friend that came over to your house and they're about to leave and you were like, just have one more beer with me. And that person stayed and they had another beer with you and they got drunk. And then they drove home and they hit somebody and they killed somebody. You would feel horrific if you're a good person, right? Like you just because you influenced them to do so. You would feel like the biggest piece of shit in the entire world if you are a good person. Just for influencing one person to have passed. The idea that you could influence that many people to die, how could you even live with yourself? You have to be like the most narcissistic human being in the world to believe that you have that type of authority, that type of like you have garnered that much good faith that you can do things like that and not be judged. That's insane. Here, I'll link her channel. This isn't her channel, but it's to the video, and you can go there. This is the video. You can subscribe to her channel from there. So feel free to. So this is actually very good. Good job, Ariana. I'm messing up her name probably.
Gave his pre-approval to Argentina's right-wing military junta, I'm not sure, for their dirty war against leftists, resulting the brutal murder, torture, and disappearance of over 30,000
Jesus,
people.
man.
This picture alone is creepy. So let's see, that's another... I mean, a right-wing military is basically a dictatorship. It's the arm of a dictatorship. So what are we on now? The fourth dictatorship? When Klaus Schwab's mentor, the late Henry Kissinger, says it was a grave mistake to import so many people of totally different cultures and religions into the West because of the tensions that arise as a result of that, you can be absolutely certain that it was, oh God, that's what he actually said?
Dude.
Really?
So, and just so people understand, because I know that people that tend to ride the fence or down the middle, independents and such, they hear Trump say things and then they're like, yeah, but he probably didn't mean it this way or he probably didn't mean it that way. Trump said something just recently that very much mirrored what Kissinger said, talking about, illegal immigrants polluting the culture, polluting the pool of Americans. You have to be real careful with who you're giving, a good faith, who you're saying, oh, he probably didn't mean it this way, he didn't mean it that way, because some of these people 100% mean exactly what they're saying. Kissinger saying something like that, I know 10 minutes worth of information about this dude right now, and it just gets worse by the fucking moment. But somebody that influenced that much says something like that, you better listen. You better pay attention. Because he's not being hyperbolic. He means that shit. That's crazy.
Henry, for you, being born in Germany and having survived the Holocaust, how does it feel if now on Berlin streets, Arabs are celebrating the attack on Israel publicly and are distributing sweets to other people?
That's a
was
loaded
a
question.
grave mistake to let in so many people of totally different cultural and religious and concepts, because it creates a pressure group inside each country that does that.
So he blamed the protest in support of Palestine on multiculturalism in America and how we should have just kept America white, in other words, so that this wouldn't happen. That is so racist.
Yeah, that's racist. She's about to say it. That's so racist. And here's the thing that I completely disagree with this, because some people are going to say, well, you can't deny that having, people of different cultures and different religions in certain places is going to be a powder keg and it's going to cause it. The problem is that there's not enough people that are accepting of each other's faith, accepting of each other's cultures, accepting of each other's differences. And this is like something that we've gotten to. I was just saying to somebody the other day, yesterday actually, when I was quoting some of the things that Chris Christie said when he defended Nikki Haley. I said, look, I may not vote for Chris Christie, but he has my respect for standing up and saying this insane insult culture that we have created in the debate sphere is bad for the country, that people shouldn't be doing that. You can't live with each other constantly insulting and hating each other. We have to remember that even though when people come at us in a certain way, we have the right to defend ourselves. And when you have a culture like what we have in our political atmosphere now, it is just to speak up in defense of yourself and at times also go on the offensive against people that you know are going to do the same to you. But it is bad to lose touch with your humanity. It is really bad to lose touch with that humanity, because your humanity is what's separating you from the people that you're railing against. When you rail against Kissinger, when you rail against, Putin or Kim Jong-un, you got to remember to not lose touch with your humanity, because that is a slippery slope. That is a place, and that's what this guy's saying. This guy's saying that there's nothing but slippery slopes. If you allow other cultures into your country, if you allow other ethnicities, if you allow other faiths into your country, then you get what you asked for. You're the reason this happened. That's a really bad, really negative point of view. It doesn't mean that it's completely incorrect. It just means that you should be aware of it, and you should try to be positive and hopeful and attempt to create a space where people of all religions, people of all faiths, people of all ethnicities and cultures can live and even disagree, but also feel safe and feel as though they're provided for by the country that they're currently residing in. That's my opinion.
That is so racist. Honestly, you know what's insane to me is that a Holocaust survivor is saying that. You survived the Holocaust and you're parroting segregation.
Exactly. That's
and racism.
crazy.
That's wild. I would assume someone who...
But that's why he's... That's actually why... Oh, I thought that was not full screen. There we go. That's why I think that that's a hateful human being. And like I said, I've been watching for 5 minutes. Me with all my opinions. It seems as though, in my opinion, a person like that is taking their anger and their hate for their past, for their history, and applying that exceedingly negatively to their current situation and treating people as they see they were treated.
Who survived the Holocaust would be a bit more empathetic towards immigrants and having a multicultural state.
You know, I can't answer that, Redunk. My wife's on the screen.
3 million plus Vietnamese, 2.5 million Cambodian, 200,000 Laotians, 3 million Bangladeshis, 10,000 Indians, 10,000 Pakistanis, 15,000 Egyptians,
way.
3,500 Syrians, 6,500 Cypriots.
How many people do they attribute to Mao? Because all those Chinese people starved because of Mao, right? How many people do they attribute to Hitler? How many people do they attribute to Stalin? I wonder where this guy's numbers fall in comparison. And this is why, look, I love America and I will support and I have pride in America. But when people say on occasion things like, I was just talking to this woman on Blue Sky. By the way, I'm on Blue Sky. If you're on Blue Sky, look me up, progressivematters.com. I'm on Blue Sky. This woman said, I had said, I think America is one of the greatest countries. I still have pride in America. And she said she didn't have pride in America, or she said she didn't agree that they were one of the greatest countries because as she was in the Navy, she went around the world and saw the way that other countries treat their veterans and how much better they're treated. And I said, well, I think in this case that we just have a differing point of view because of life experiences. I've not been outside of the country, but I can agree that the ability as specifically a Californian to be born into an extremely poor family and be able to find my way without a father in my life until I was 13 years old, 14 years old, with a mom that was disabled and incredibly poor, with, you know, sisters that had, you know, experiences with drug issues, you know, that I grew up and was able to obtain the success I had. But I told her, I see where she comes from. And this is why when people say things like this, like, you have your own villains in America as well. You can't, like, the right wants to just completely deny that these people existed. They want to say things like, well, if you say that any American was a bad American, then you're unpatriotic, that you're a terrible American. You have to be able to admit that those numbers, if they are even close to accurate, if it's 10% of those numbers, that's insane.
40,000 Chileans and 30,000 Argentinians.
Mao, 78 million?
Good
going. Lord.
10,000 Zimbabweans.
Good
60,000. I'm not going to try to pronounce this. I'm literally going to butcher the word. 1.1 million Iraqis. Oh, interesting. Okay. I didn't know he had a hand in the Iraqis.
40 to 80 million. Holy shot. Okay, Mao wins.
Oh, East Timorian. Okay, yeah. Timorians went through a genocide as well. That was mainly funded by Israel. I remember hearing about this.
He will likely be remembered as one of the most influential diplomats in U.S. history. But around the world, including in Chile, East Timor, Bangladesh, and Cambodia, Henry Kissinger is remembered as a war criminal whose actions led to massacres, coups, and even genocide. Kissinger, who was born in Germany, served as U.S. Secretary of State under Richard Nixon and Gerald Ford from 1973 to 1977. He also served as National Security Advisor from 1969 to 1975. He's the only U.S. official to ever simultaneously hold both posts. He won the Nobel Peace Prize in 1973 with his North Vietnam counterpart, Lee.
He won a what? For his actions negotiating a ceasefire in the Vietnam War, Kissinger received a 1973
Oh my God!
under controversial circumstances. So let me get this straight. He oversees the bombing of Laos and Vietnam and Cambodia.
Yeah, it's like he started a fight. And then when the two people were like, had just like beaten the dog shit out of each other, he stepped in and was like, "Hey guys, you guys done? So let's go ahead and let's shake hands now." And people are like, "Look at that man, he's a peacemaker. Wow. That was so good of him to do that. Holy
Cambodia.
shit.
But then since he
This is
helped
a good video.
negotiate a ceasefire,
Good job, Peachtree.
he gets a Nobel
Or
Peace
Bucket,
Prize.
whichever
like,
one of you did this to me.
Everyone just kind of forgets after he was the one that pushed for the
I know it's not
Cambodian
Redonk.
genocide. Yeah,
Doesn't
that's
have
what
any
I'm saying,
influencers
'cause
in
the Cambodia, Laos, and Vietnam thing happened around the same time, right?
And the secret bombings of Laos and Cambodia, where as many as 150,000 civilians were killed in the U.S. strikes,
Holy
as Kissinger told the
craziness.
military, quote, anything that flies or anything that moves. In South Asia, Kissinger backed the Pakistani military genocidal war against East Pakistan.
Look at those happy-ass white dudes, too. See, this is why we get a bad look, guys. These dudes right here are why we get a bad look. Look at these
as
dudes.
Kissinger told the military, quote, anything that flies or anything that moves.
Oh, so happy.
In South Asia,
oh, so
Kissinger
happy.
backed the Pakistani
We bombed the
military
shit out of those
genocidal war
countries.
against East
God, we're
Pakistan,
so
which
happy.
is now Bangladesh.
Terrible human
In Latin
beings.
America, declassified
Jesus
documents show how
Christ.
Kissinger secretly intervened across the continent, from Bolivia to Uruguay to Chile and Argentina. In Chile, Kissinger urged President Nixon to take a, quote, harder line against Chile's democratically elected president, Salvador Allende. On September 11, 1973, Allende was overthrown by the U.S.-backed general Augusto Pinochet. Kissinger once said, quote, I don't see why we need to stand by and watch a country go communist due to the irresponsibility of its own people.
In 1970...
And once again, that's what's scary about the Trump movement that people just are not giving enough credit for. These people are referring to anybody that is not willing to support Trump as being communist. This guy bombed the dog shit out of countries because the American people backed stopping communism. That is, you want to talk about the slippery slopes? Holy shot. Like, you can't over exaggerate how incredibly scary that is, that Americans are treating other Americans in a way that may lead to people using military force against their own countrymen. That is insane.
Henry Kissinger and President Gerald Ford met with the Indonesian dictator General Suharto to give him the go-ahead to invade East Timor, which Indonesia did on December 7th.
Lyndon Johnson, Tamara? Is that who we're talking about? I have to look that up, too. I don't know enough about this period of history. Like I said, I've only been doing this for about 8 months. You guys have taken me from the trailer park, guys. You guys have taken me from the trailer park, and you guys have helped educate this trailer park ginger all the way up to here, knowing things about world events, having opinions on politics, voting for presidents. I appreciate you guys so much.
1975. The Indonesian military killed a third of the Timorese population, one of the worst genocides of the late 20th century.
I don't understand how this man got a Nobel Peace Prize. I'm still confused as to how he got the Nobel Peace Prize. U.S. bombing of Cambodia, driven by Henry Kissinger's strategies, was immense and brutal between 1969 and 1973. The U.S. Okay, so 1969 and 1973 is when he oversaw the bombing of Vietnam and Cambodia, right? So in 1973, he won the Nobel Peace Prize.
Yeah, for stopping the war.
Right after he carpet bombed Cambodia, he won a Nobel Peace Prize? That is so... It's American, I can tell you that much. That's something Americans would do, 100%. So everyone and their mama has been spreading this article, and the title of this article is Henry Kissinger, War Criminal Beloved by America's Ruling Class Finally Dies. And then it's archived under the good riddance section. So Rolling Stone really popped off with this one, okay? They wasted no time. The infamy of Nixon's foreign policy architect sits eternally beside that of history's worst mass murderers. A deeper shame attaches to the country that
Peachtree's in the chat.
Henry Kissinger died on Wednesday at his home in Connecticut. His consulting firm said in a statement, the notorious war criminal was 100 years old. Measuring purely by his confirmed kills, the worst mass murderer ever executed by the United States was the white supremacist terrorist Timothy McVeigh. On April 19, 1995, McVeigh detonated a massive bomb at the Murrah Federal Building in Oklahoma City, killing 168 people, including 19 children. The government killed McVeigh by lethal injection in June 2001. Whatever hesitation a state execution provokes, even over a man such as McVeigh, necessary questions about the legitimacy of killing even an unrepentant soldier of white supremacy. His death provided a measure of closure to the mother of one of the victims. McVeigh, who was his own psychotic way, thought he was saving America, never remotely killed on the scale of Kissinger, the most revered American grand strategist of the second half of the 20th century.
Dude, that is actually really sad.
I was wondering where this introduction was going, but it's going somewhere, and it's going somewhere interesting. The Yale University historian Greg Grandin, author of the biography Kissinger's Shadow, estimates that Kissinger's action from 1969 through 1976, a period of 8 brief years when Kissinger made Richard Nixon's and then Gerald Ford's foreign policy as National Security Advisor and Secretary of State, meant the end of between 3 and 4 million people. Okay, so in total, he oversaw the death of 3 to 4 million people. That includes crimes of commission, he explained, as in Cambodia and Chile, and omission, like greenlighting Indonesia's bloodshed in East Timor, Pakistan's bloodshed in Bangladesh, and the inauguration of American tradition of using and then abandoning the Kurds.
Which isn't that still happening?
He had a hand in the Kurds too. Not once in the half-century that followed Kissinger's departure from the power did the millions of United States killed matter for his reputation, except to confirm ruthlessness that pundits occasionally find.
If you guys want to watch the rest of this video,
like every empire
I linked it in the chat. Subscribe, like. She's only got 76 likes, man. Like, dude, somebody go like her videos. Everybody go like her videos. Like, that deserves way more than 76 likes. Good amount of comments. Good stuff. Let's see how many. Let's see if she has any idiots. Awesome. I like that. I'm literally just going to go down the list of your uploads. This content is so helpful and good. That's great. It's always nice to see good comments, dude. That is so cool. That's great that she is. She has all good comments. Good job, guys. Well, maybe she deletes the dipshits. Generally, there's at least one asshole that comes on there and says something messed up. Good stuff. Ariana Jasmine. Good job, Ariana Jasmine. I don't want to take her whole video, though. So let's, if you want to watch the video, go check it out. This was actually in my Discord from the Gray Pill Podcast. Gray Pill Podcast put this in there. It's 3 years ago, and it's Nick Fuentes. So I can only imagine what I'm about to watch. I don't know, but it's called Nick Fuentes Catboy Super Chats, the Supercut. She has CNN appearances? No way. That is super cool. I'm going to have to check that out. I am now subscribed. We're going to be watching her stuff. That was amazing. Good stuff. Tamara, I don't know if you know how to use the Discord. I don't know if, but just in case, because there's lots of videos that I don't show that people suggest, and I want you guys to know about this. So if you guys want to suggest videos, if you want to be able to participate in the community, here is the link to the Discord. Feel free to join the Discord so that way you can both watch the videos that we post that we don't watch on stream, and also so you can share your own videos that you think that we should all be watching. Because the more of you I get involved in the Discord, the more of an education I get, the more points of view I get to see, the more that I force myself to watch things that maybe I wouldn't find to be interesting at the time. So you're really just helping me out by joining the Discord. I really appreciate every one of you that have joined the Discord already. I think we have something like 27 members. I really appreciate that. We also have fun stuff, like you can watch funny videos. You can watch, there's music in the music channels. feel free to post in the movies and TV section or the book section or wherever you guys would like to post. But please do join the Discord because it's really helpful to everybody to get to see all the cool videos that everybody sees during that day that maybe they're not going to see because of their algorithm. So it's really a cool way of sharing stuff that we all could be interested in. All right, Nick Fuentes, Catboy Super Chats. Hope you guys are ready for this. My voice is almost gone, but I think I'm going to make it to the end. Anyone can post Discord, even Redonk. We let Redonk post. That says something.
Says, Nick, what's going on, big guy? You're spending your time with grifters when you said the character's paramount. Are you referring to Baked Alaska? I assume that's what that's about. A lot of people call Baked Alaska a grifter. I'll just say I'm a very good...
Wait, isn't Baked Alaska one of the people that was at the insurrection? Dude, this is tied in. Look at that. These people, it's like such a small world in the insurrection world. Baked Alaska, I'm pretty sure, 100% sure, was at the insurrection.
Very good judge of character, so I'll just say that. Wagey says, to all the nibbas on Nick's grill, for Nick just hanging out with an eccentric straight friend. Yeah, here we go. You guys are reading too much into it and or are homophobes. Shame on you all. Well, there's nothing wrong.
Dude, his chat. Why so many dislikes? Cucked Alaska. You're supposed to be canceled. How did Catboy get a hickey? Oh, dude. I had no idea. I've never watched Nick Fuentes. Thank you. Not interested in helping his content become any more out there than is necessary. I've never seen Nick Fuentes except for in a couple places where he was debating somebody and getting his ass handed to him. He is not very good. I also saw him fight. Have you guys ever seen the video of him fighting? He fought like his friend in the lobby of some motel, and they literally slapped each other. It was insane.
Wrong with being homophobic, but the first part is definitely true.
You remind me of an ex of mine whenever we went out.
Will says, how do you reconcile promoting Catboys with what St. Paul says?
He's simple. Oh my God. These people.
Feminine men go to hell, and God forbidding cross-dressing. I don't think I've ever promoted anybody. I think I hung out with a friend of mine, but I don't think I've ever promoted anything. Lucas says, debate Vaush. I'm thinking about it. I'm thinking about doing it. I saw that he did extend an invitation to me. The only problem is, generally speaking, I don't debate.
The only problem is, he doesn't... Look, there's plenty of people out there that don't like Vaush, but Vaush does know his shit, dude. He's a little bit of a strange cat. He's got a little bit of a trippy way of doing his thing. But, yeah, Vaush would absolutely murder Nick Fuentes. And if that video exists somewhere out there, I'm going to find that so we can watch it.
Fat people. I generally don't really like to hang out with homosexuals.
What the is going on? Okay. Hold on. I wasn't ready.
Prince of Zamunda says, LMAO, World War III, but everybody's talking about Catboys. Yeah, you love to see it, right? We're on the brink of war with Iran, and people are, Nick, you hung out with this guy?
That's important, too. You notice that this video is from 3 years ago, and we're on the brink of Iran. You notice that that's one of Trump's talking points right now, is that World War III is right around the corner. It's going to happen anytime now. It's going to be huge, and if I'm not in charge, it's going to be bad. It's going to be really bad if I'm not in charge. Yeah, that they've been literally talking about how we're on the cusp of a war for like 40 years. Well, I guess not 40 because we're in not 40, about 40. 40 is about right. We're always in a war, just not World War III.
John Smith says, Lolly Socks promotes cartoon pedophilia, worst optics. You know, you just don't get it.
We're joking, Lolly Socks. We know you don't do all that.
I know. I'm kidding.
We know you don't do that. What do you do?
Who are all these people? This is like old people, old debate bros.
Drinking or smoking weed, and he beats off the kids. So it's like, imagine.
Wow. Okay, that's about all we need to watch. How do I know this is gonna be terrible? Great Pill, why you do this to me? Okay. That's just, yeah, no, I got nothing for that. That's like, see, that's the kind of shit that, like, you know, there's just moments in your life where if I ever see a dude, I might just, you know, just a pillow. Just saying things I can't say on YouTube. I can infer. I can't say. Okay. Anyways, we're going to see how much of this video YouTube lets me watch, as a lot of these videos, some of the videos I couldn't pull up that you guys had shared with me. The Samantha Bee video I couldn't do. The Vivek video from Daily Show I can't do. It's only about, I probably get about 45 seconds to a minute of that kind of footage before YouTube warns me that I will be have my stream shut down. So generally speaking, anything from big channels like TBS or from Comedy Central, I'm not going to be able to stream. But I do appreciate you guys sharing those videos as we all get to watch them and have a good time.
I keep hearing, you blame Trump for everything. You got Trump derangement syndrome, man. It ain't his fault.
Do you have fits of rage?
This is my
Yelling
favorite.
Things like libtard, deep state, or Constitution that you've never read? Do you quote Hitler or the Bible that you've also never read? Do you hate immigrants when your parents are actual immigrants? Then you may be suffering from TDS, Trump Derangement Syndrome. Side effects include following cult leaders blindly, taking women's rights, banning books and calling it freedom, or hating Joe Biden, then taking credit for things Joe Biden did. Ask your doctor about Trump Derangement Syndrome. TDS has been shown to flare up in red states and cause inflammation in Donald Trump merchandise. And JFK is not coming back from the dead.
Right, and the guy holding the flamethrower didn't burn the house down. It's a coincidence. You're right. It's not all Trump's fault. Israel and Gaza, that's between Yahweh and Allah. COVID, nope, not Trump's fault. That he did nothing about it and said it would go away like a miracle?
It's going to disappear. One day it's like a miracle. It will disappear.
Absolutely 100% his fault. Did anyone try to clean their lungs with disinfectant? Why not? Your guy is so smart.
Disinfectant by injection, almost a cleaning.
But I keep hearing, Trump's not responsible for the division in America. Yeah, he is. From his first speech, where he called our Mexican neighbors to the south murderers, thugs, and rapists, from kicking trans people out of the military with a tweet, to calling African countries shitholes and soldiers that died for America suckers and losers. He's responsible. He actually said he'd make America...
Bro, COVID did not disappear, you know. Like, I have literal employees that had COVID like 2 weeks ago. It didn't disappear. The government got tired of getting beat down by conspiracy theorists that were freaking out so hardcore about every single little thing that happened that they were like, okay, fine. You morons want to kill each other with fucking viruses? Go for it. Yeah, but no one cares about COVID anymore because the people that were the loudest in the room won. That's a really bad thing. It's bad that we allowed people to shout down intelligent people that were like, hey guys, we have a plan for this. I would like to let you guys know that it would be really smart for us to mask up, get vaccinated, stay away from our old family members so we don't murder them. And we let some dude that was like, what I think they're doing is the deep state is taking my children and they're trying to sell them, and it's all because of COVID. They're just distracting us with COVID so that way they can steal my children, and then they're gonna run us all into concentration camps, and then they're gonna drown us in our own feces. That's what happened. That's why we don't speak about COVID anymore. It's not because the government was like, oh man, we got it over them. Now we'll make it go away. It's because a couple people in our culture are the loudest fucking people in the world, and they don't shut the fuck up. And the government's like, fine. Go ahead, dipshits. Kill each other. That's why. Good Jesus Christ. It didn't kill you. It's not that bad. It didn't kill me. That's because I'm a freaking ginger. Come on. Nothing has killed my dad in all this time. He smokes cigarettes, drinks alcohol. I mean, he eats hot dogs with mayonnaise on them, dude. He eats hot dogs with mayonnaise. There are just certain people that even viruses can't take down, bro. Even viruses.
America great again. But this was after we'd already elected our first African-American president, who is, by far one of the best presidents in my lifetime.
Thank you, Titus.
Obama got us health care. No one could do that. And by the way, Republicans in Congress think it's so bad, they all have it. He fixed the Great Recession, saved GM and Chrysler, and pulled us out of a horror of a time. Minority unemployment under Obama went from 16.8% to 7% at the end of Obama's term. Unemployment was 4.7%. B-Rock added 11.5 million jobs. Look it up. Obama kicked ass. So it wasn't the black guy's fault that we in America are divided. When Trump took over, he was handed a 4.7% unemployment rate and a 6.8% minority unemployment rate. When he left, he lost us 2.9 million jobs. The unemployment rate was 6.7%. Growth was a negative 3%. The trade deficit increased by 40%, and he added $7 trillion to the deficit by cutting taxes for billionaires.
I love the poorly educated.
He then lost us 154,000 manufacturing jobs, and the consumer price index went up 8%. He blames the pandemic. It wasn't my fault. It was China. How could I know that China was going to do what China did?
China all the time.
Well, Obama handled his crisis, and Bush handled 9/11 and got us into a 14-year war against people that didn't attack us. But why quibble? Trump divided us. He wanted the complete shutdown of Muslims to America. He took kids away from their parents and put them in camps. He withdrew us from the Paris.
Now, hold on. Read on. A lot of middle-class families can't afford health care. The idea of the Affordable Care Act, as I completely understand it, is that poor people got health care. That was the point, that there was a bunch of people that were undervalued, that are a burden on the economy, just so you know, when they don't have health care, because when they don't have insurance, when they don't have health care, the taxpayers have to take care of it anyways. So whether or not the middle class, which is, dude, everything falls on the middle class. Look, I think that there's one place that we should all be united on, and that is that the middle class is the burden-bearing class of this entire country. Every time that anything needs to be done, it's always pushed onto the middle class. When poor people need health care, the middle class takes care of it. It's not rich people. It should be rich people. But there's a bunch of dumb fucking people out there that are like, well, no, we should take these tax cuts. Oh, you mean the ones that are, ultra helpful for the wealthy and only like marginally helpful for you? Sure, that makes a lot of sense, because later when we go further into debt, you know who will pay for that? You will. You will pay for it. You will pay for it with more taxes. You know where they'll get those taxes? From you. Because you got a tax cut and wealthy people got a tax cut. But the wealthy people aren't going to pay their share. So that means that in the future, you will pay for the taxes that you got cut from before. That's the way that works. But we're too fucking dumb to understand that. Jesus Christ. When it comes to the Affordable Care Act, poor people that didn't have health care, that were a strain on the economy, that were a strain on our healthcare system, got health care. I complain, just like everybody else does, about how much I have to pay for my health care. But at least when I complain, I know why I'm complaining. It's not just because my dollars are leaving my bank account, but because I actually understand why they're leaving my bank account. So all I'm saying to everybody out there, if you want to be upset about something, be at least educated as to why you're upset about something. Don't just be mad for being mad's sake. Be mad because you know why. I'm mad about the money that I have to pay because there could be a better system. One where the rich paid their fair share of taxes and the middle class doesn't have to support every goddamn piece of legislation that gets pushed forward to take care of this country. That's why I'm mad. I'm not mad at Biden. I'm not mad at Obama. I'm mad at billionaires that know how to get out of paying their fair share of taxes. And that's the appropriate people to be mad at. Sorry.
Climate accords, and since then, we've had the hottest years in the history of history. He told racists and white supremacists to stand down and stand by. He then sent a mob to kill Nancy Pelosi and the vice president on January 6th. And don't forget, January 6th was planned. These traitors had merch that said Civil War.
Yeah. Come on, guys. Come on. That's at least 2 to 3 business days to get that made. I'm just saying.
And it was all directed by a 6-time bankrupt liar who cheats on his taxes, steals top secret documents, tried to overthrow a free and fair election, and wants to date his daughter. Hoi, hoi.
China.
Now, this guy has been a public servant for 50 years. He was VP to this badass, and in his first term, 13.2 million jobs added, unemployment rate 3.6%, economic growth 2.3% in the second quarter, 5.1% in the third quarter. He's added over 1 million manufacturing jobs, the CHIPS Act, and passed an infrastructure bill that will rebuild America. The same infrastructure bill that these people voted against and are now taking credit for. So, of the 3 presidents in the last 15 years who have taken on huge crises and turned them around, these 2 brought us together and saved our collective asses. They also rebuilt this country. This douchebag ruined things so bad, we were stacking American bodies in refrigerated trucks. So yeah.
It's about the future, Redunk. It's about the future.
The next time you say I'm deranged, remember what deranged means. It means mentally unsound, and I just gave you facts that I can back up. You actually heard this man ask for votes to overthrow an election in Georgia and won't face it. Who's deranged? I'm Christopher Titus, and this is the Armageddon Update. Trump derangement syndrome, man! No.
And that's all I'm saying. Every one of those things are backed up by actual information and actual facts. When you ask yourself one question, you should ask yourself 2 more. When you believe something, you should ask yourself a total of 3 questions. You should ask yourself the first question, do I believe this? Then you should ask yourself why I believe this. And then you should ask yourself, how can I determine whether or not what I believe is correct? And you do that by looking at the other side of the situation. This is why when I debate Trump people, I tend to make their arguments better than they can, because they've never actually looked into why they actually believe Trump did a good job. They don't know why all of these other people, these pundits and stuff, say these things about Trump. They just know that they've said them and they should regurgitate them. They've never looked into them. It's very important to do so. It's very important. Ask yourself 3 questions. Jesus Christ. Do not fuck if Trump vetoes, if he puts an executive order on the CHIPS Act, I am going to have some serious issues with America.
No, I just gave you facts. You counter my facts. Trump derangement syndrome, man. But wait, you said that you think he's great. That he makes America great. Trump derangement syndrome, man.
Oh, dude. This is pretty amazing. I haven't watched Christopher Titus in a long time.
What's going on? With me, as always, the lovely Bombshell Ray.
What's up, people?
And the Highlander.
There can be only one.
It's actually only one.
It's Highlander. That's right.
It is Highlander.
It's Highlander. It's Highlander.
Yeah.
Somebody screwed up.
Oh, it's a Highlander.
Oh, Highlander.
Canadian. So we are living in on. If you read the Bible, we're living on the ragged edge of the world right now. But then again,
I don't think we want to get into the Bible right now. All right, let's go to the next one. That's good stuff, though. That was good stuff. I think it was Bucket. Did Bucket give me that one? I don't know. I don't know anymore, and I'm also mildly losing it now. So we're making it there. Here we go. Okay. This is... I infiltrated a men's march against abortion, which is a weird thing to say. Oh, it's from the Professional Douche. Professional Douche has 89.5K subscribers. I'm going to like this. I haven't watched it yet. It's a pre-like, so we're going to find out. I like that they have a explanation for what an abortion is on this video where this guy trolls people about abortion. Let's find out what the Professional Douche is all about. Do you know who this guy is, Redunk? I've never watched this guy. Is this going to be good or is this going to be bad?
We're at a men's march against abortion. Because why not?
This is an outpost, a place of death, a place of exploitation. Men, young and old, march.
Her vagina, our choice. Her vagina, our choice.
Oh, no.
Her vagina, our choice. Do not let women vote.
Dude,
then they'll
that's
think
their
they
talking.
have autonomy over their own bodies.
He's not part of us.
I'm with them. I'm with them. We're together.
We're together.
Am I being detained?
You are not.
Okay, then leave me alone. Yeah, where's the sergeant? Where's the sergeant?
Where's the sergeant?
We want to burn women at the stake for their transgression.
Hey, officer. This guy's not
Officer, I'm with them.
He's walking in front of them.
I'm with them.
No, he's not.
We're together. We're together. Well done, thou good and faithful servants. You guys are gonna get another jewel on your crown in heaven.
Oh no, this is pretty funny. Dude. Oh
I'm
God.
here at a men's march against abortion.
I think I like
because
this guy.
women's rights have gone too far this time. Before you know it, I'll be her handmaiden. Look down. See what I mean? We men have had it, and we're going to do something about it today. Officers, I'll let you play with my handmaiden.
Dude, right, Redog? We need to get a bullhorn, bro.
I'll translate. Women's rights have gone too far this time. We men are sick and tired of it. No more women's rights.
God arises and
no more.
Those who hate him flee before him.
Why is there a dude with there's a dude with like an actual like picture frame? Hold on, what is going on there? What is that? What the fuck is that? Somebody brought like a museum, a piece of art from a museum. Look at these poor kids, dude. Holy shot. Look at these kids. Look at the haircuts. Come on, guys. Good Lord. This is why sometimes I am a little bit pessimistic. Oh my God.
Women's rights.
God arises and
no more.
Those who hate him flee before him. As smoke is driven away, so they're driven.
Officer,
dude, Redonk, you do this, we will join forces.
We don't want to hear another view. We're offended. We're offended. Me and this guy. We're together, just so you know.
You gotta go on.
We're together.
You gotta go on. Walk on.
We're together.
You guys carry on.
Carry on. Let's carry on. Hey, it's you again.
Yeah. This guy.
Okay.
Hey, I told you don't start trouble.
What did I do?
Place a manner.
What?
Over here.
What?
Go to the other side.
I'm good.
Go to the other side.
I'm good.
I'm telling you to go to the other side.
Oh, this guy's a pro-lifer.
What right?
This cop's total pro-lifer.
This is a public. This is a public
Time,
sidewalk.
place, and manner. That's
This
right.
is a
Time,
public
place, and manner.
sidewalk. If I promise to be really, really good, can I go back?
No.
What if I give you a dozen donuts?
Well, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to write a report because that's corruption.
Corruption?
Yeah.
Oh,
You
no.
attempted a bribe. What's your name, dude? What's your name?
I would like to remain silent. You guys are no fun, just so you know.
Don't interrupt me.
Is that another charge?
Yeah, police business. Police operation.
Oh, okay. That sounds scary, too. You cops are a bunch of sour patches. Those men over there are brave and stunning. Officers, I'm ready to go back in. I'll be good now. Before you know it, us men will be subservient to women. No more women's rights.
He's back!
We don't want women's rights anymore.
He's not part of us.
I'm with them.
He's not.
I'm with them. I am now.
No, you're not.
Yeah, I am. We're together.
So they have the right they have the permit to march
Okay.
themselves, okay?
All right.
So if you could just jump on the sidewalk, you're not part of their group.
No, thank you.
No, thank you.
We're together. Officer, we're together. We are.
Can you come talk to me?
He can barely
No.
keep a straight
Okay,
face.
When we get up here to the other offices in a minute.
Are you ordering me?
Yes, I am.
You're ordering me to talk to you. Am I being detained?
No.
Okay, then I don't have to talk to you.
Oh, that's amazing.
When will the woman's rights
Dude.
end? Her vagina, our choice.
Oh my God, they are
Her
not playing
vagina,
bagpipes.
our choice.
her vagina our choice. Make America more like Saudi Arabia, where women have to wear face coverings.
Oh, it's a Jesus picture.
Like in the Bible.
Where are you at in your life that you have brought a full-on Mother Mary portrait with you? What is this dude doing? What is going on there? What is this? This is the weirdest thing I have ever seen.
Bring back stoning like in the Bible.
Holy
when will the women's rights end?
Yeah, this guy's watched the videos.
We men must stick up for ourselves. Will somebody please think about the men? Women should not be able to cross the street without asking the man's permission. Before you know it, the woman will have equal pay.
They're chanting! Holy shit, they're chanting!
I'm with them. I'm with them.
No, you're not.
We're together.
We're on the sidewalk.
We're together, though.
We're on the sidewalk. Please.
We're together. You're asking me?
Asking nice.
Okay. No, thank you. You said you're asking me.
Blessed is the fruit of thy womb, Jesus.
Don't make us hear another opinion.
Thank you.
Women already think they have autonomy over their own bodies. It's a nightmare. We hate women over here. When will the whores all end? When will women's rights go away?
Fruit of thy womb.
What this guy said. Me and this guy hate women.
You did well, thou good and faithful servant.
Thank you, my friend.
Her vagina, our choice, right?
What?
What?
You think it's okay to mass murder babies, preborn babies?
That's why I'm saying her vagina, our choice.
Oh, I see.
Because it's not right.
Yeah, exactly.
Hey, keep your hands off of me. You understand me? You keep your hands off of me.
Oh,
you
no.
Say anything you want.
Oh,
but you
no.
keep your hands off of me. You understand me?
He moaned at him.
Make it all stop. There's another viewpoint. Hurry up, arrest him. Ready, juke? Juke. Officers, we have a counter-protester over here. We don't want to hear him.
I created body autonomy for everyone.
We don't want women to have body autonomy. Take the woman's rights away.
Did Mary have a choice in her pregnancy?
We don't answer the tough questions. End women's rights now.
Does he have a buddy? He has a buddy. So like another dude showed up with him?
Officers, arrest those clowns over there.
Did you want to get on the sidewalk, please?
No, thank you.
Forgive us our sins.
Dude, he's got balls.
Stay on the sidewalk, please.
Can I juke you?
Can I juke you?
I wouldn't do that.
Yeah, I'm good.
I need you to stay separated.
Bring back public stonings, just like in the Bible.
I bet you I can juke you, officer. I'm gonna do some super
Dude, you should
juke
give him a
moves.
spin. Spin move, bro.
Oh, come on, you guys are ruining the fun.
I will find a way back to you guys. These officers can't keep me from you.
I see my opening.
Oh, look at him go. Look at him go. Look at him go.
You can't out-juke me while you're looking behind you.
DJ, what's up, DJ? It's the, whatever, the professional douche.
I'll be good, I promise.
You can show everybody what to see over here. You don't need to be in the middle of it.
I do, though.
No, you don't.
We're together. I am.
They don't want you.
They don't want you.
End women's rights altogether.
See? You're all right, officer.
Yes. Yes. Oh my God, that's amazing.
I'll give you credit at the end of the video.
No, thank you.
I'll give you a shout out on my YouTube channel.
I'm good.
What's this world coming to when you can't pinky swear? And you'll let me back in.
Arrest that bunny over there. Because you look suspicious.
Are we there yet? This brave group of men and I are here to end women's rights.
Oh my God.
Once and for all. I need to catch up with my besties up
there. Him running, dude. Him running is the best. Holy shit, this is 7 more minutes. Okay, hold on. I don't want to take the whole video, so we're going to skip ahead. We're going to go to the end here, okay?
It's disrespectful to her, you know
that? We don't want another opinion.
He's not allowed here. Okay.
We're not allowed here. Yeah. No one with another opinion is allowed here. I want to get into the rally. So I'll give you to her for free if you let me in.
No. That's rude.
Why is that rude?
That's disrespectful to her. You know that?
She's just a handmaiden. I'll up the ante. Her and 3 dozen donuts. 3 dozen donuts.
I eat donuts, dude?
Yeah.
I take care of myself.
You're an officer, aren't you? Let me in 5 minutes. 3 minutes.
Can't do it, pal. This gentleman is okay.
I'll bribe you with a donut if you let me in.
I hate donuts.
What do you like then?
Steak.
Do you like girls? I'll give you her if you let me in. Why is that rude?
Why would you give me her?
She's just a handmaiden.
Oh, here, talk to this officer. He might let you in. This guy right here. Maybe he'll let you in.
Officer, can I bribe you to let me in? Are you a dirty officer? Okay, I'm gonna go crawl under the barricade over there.
Do that.
All right.
Oh shit!
You said I could crawl under.
He's stuck! He's stuck!
But I'm with them. We're together. Are you sure I can't have 5 minutes of fun? This officer, though, said I could go ahead and do it.
He did.
I have it on video. Okay, I'm gonna go crawl under the barricade over there.
Do that.
All right.
You want some help getting back out, or can you do it yourself?
No, I can do it. There we go.
They'll make a run for it.
Right back out.
Make a run for it.
Come on. Here we go.
I'll sneak out. I'll sneak back in.
Leave your backpack right there.
Okay.
Come right back to it.
Dude, make a run for it, dude.
All right, excuse us. We're gonna make our way right out of here.
I told you I'd get in.
You did a good job.
Thank you.
You did a good job.
You had one job to do.
Just watch this and put your comments below.
This guy wants you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Yes, he does. If you enjoyed
Oh,
this video, please consider donating so that...
That's pretty amazing. I have never watched this guy before. I am happy that I have hit the like button pre-watching. They're Boston cops. Boston cops redonk. Oh, man. Oh, boy. Okay. We're getting there. I made it this far. We're going to finish up. We got 20 minutes to go. And I have not died yet. I am still alive. I haven't even taken any NyQuil or DayQuil or anything else. I'm only mildly stuffy. I don't know if you guys can tell, but I have not shaved. I'm growing the beard back. We're going to get a beard back, hopefully before Christmas. So that way we can do the thank you, everybody. It's Christmas time with the beard and the Santa hat because it's festive. Because it's Christmas, guys. It's Christmas. And look, I'm not a religious person, but I like free shit. Okay? So hope you guys can get with that. This is called How Facts and Evidence Work in a Debate. I'm just going to openly admit I don't think I've ever watched a Tennessee Brando video. I know people have sent them to me before, but I never get around to them. I never have the time. I wish I had the time to watch all these videos all the time with you guys. I wish I could live stream every single day, but unfortunately, I still have to work because you guys still have not bought me a half yacht. If you guys have bought me a half yacht, I could be on here every day floating in the ocean in international waters where the police can't get me. Okay, that's all I'm looking for. Wi-Fi is going to be a little bit spotty. But anyways, I've never watched a Tennessee Brando video. You guys are going to have to bear with me. Is he good? Fatty, you like him? All right, let's find out.
You know, I never realized until just the last couple of years just how ignorant people are as to how facts and evidence really works. Once I started doing this kind of content and I had people start reaching out to me wanting to debate me and wanting to send me proof and evidence for what it was they were claiming to be true, I've always said, okay, fine, show me your proof, show me your evidence. And they will send me articles, they'll send me links, they'll send me videos to things. And when they do, I will read every word of the article. And I will watch every minute of the video, and then I will come back at them and say, okay, cool story, bro, but where's your proof? Where's your evidence? Well, there it was. Well, no, that's not evidence. I saw a bunch of claims. I saw a whole bunch of people making a whole bunch of claims about things, but they had no evidence in front of me to show me, to actually prove what it was they were saying. Well, yeah, but didn't you see that guy over there? He testified to it, man. That guy over there, he said he saw it. Well, okay, cool. Yeah, you can have witnesses in something, but the witnesses have to back that up with evidence. There's a much broader picture here. I could make the claim that I saw Red Fox riding on a purple dragon.
Yeah, exactly.
That doesn't mean it's true. I would have to provide evidence and show you Red Fox riding on a purple dragon. You know? I would have to show you that proof. You know, I could get 10 people to stand up and agree with me and say, yeah, we saw Red Fox on the purple dragon too. I could get somebody to testify under oath to it. I could get somebody to make an entire documentary about it. But until I was able to provide actual evidence, I got nothing.
Yep.
And it's amazing to me how people will point to things and they'll show you things like that it changes something. You know, people will say, well, okay, you know, I mean, yeah, it was bad what happened on January 6th, but hey, the BLM, look what happened during the protests of 2020. Okay, well, if I commit murder and then I try to get on the witness stand and say, well, you know, there was a guy that did it the day before I did.
Yeah.
That's not defense.
Whataboutism is not okay.
That's not a defense of me. It's amazing to me how that people don't.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying is that's why whataboutism just ruins any type of conversation. Every time it's like Trump had all these documents. Well, what about Biden? Okay, well, if you want to get into that, we can talk about what about Biden. We can talk about the differences between the two cases. We can talk about why it's different and why under the statutes of the law, where the level of evidence has to be a certain point when you talk about something like Hillary Clinton's email to prosecute a person, where it doesn't actually meet that level with Hillary Clinton's emails, but it does with Donald Trump's files, where with Biden, he hadn't actually even committed a crime, whereas Donald Trump did. Like, you can talk about all of those things, but if the other person is never going to actually admit, oh, okay, well, I see where you're coming from, that makes sense. You know, like, even me, myself, I had a very poor point of view on Hillary Clinton's emails. When I had not debated, but discussed with another person those emails, and they were capable of showing me where the difference is between the two cases, I said, oh, okay, that does make sense. I guess I'm incorrect about that. So, like, a lot of people tend to think that, like, specifically with me, like, I've had these opinions on these subjects for forever. I've never changed my mind. But a lot of these opinions that I have on all these subjects were based off of exactly what he's saying. If somebody said that this is what it was, oh, is that true? Okay, I didn't know that. And then over time, I've espoused those opinions to other people that were more knowledgeable about the situation, who then said, you're wrong about that because of this. And then they've showed me evidence to show or prove that what I believed at the time was incorrect. So even though at one point or another in my time, I had a very poor opinion of whether or not Hillary should have been prosecuted, it has changed, and not because my politics have changed. My politics are the same, but because I see that even if I think that it may have been shady, or I may have thought that she shouldn't have had that server, I have been shown that the amount of proof necessary for her to be taken to trial and tried and found guilty was not enough. Therefore, they're not going to do that. But in Donald Trump's case, there is plenty of information. There is plenty of evidence. There's overwhelming amounts of evidence. In fact, they believe there's so much evidence that they're willing to take him to court in a case that's going to need something like 70 or 80% of belief that he did it. What is it? Beyond a reasonable doubt. People need to understand that just because you feel a certain way about something doesn't make it true. And when you're confronted with facts and evidence about something that you think is true, and you see that those conflict with your point of view, you should at the least say to yourself, maybe that's something that I should look into. Maybe that's something that I should think about in a little bit more of a critical thinking way. And that's what has, in many ways, formed more and more of my opinions now, are the fact that my previous opinions are being confronted with evidence and facts, and they are changing the opinions that I held or do hold still, because at one point or another, you have to admit that the things that you know conflict with what is true. That's just the way it is. Let's see. Tamara, Christmas equals mindless consumerism for Jesus. Oh, 100%. Now, I will debate one thing about that. I will debate that mindless consumerism in some ways is probably necessary for a capitalistic society. I think that there should be holidays, but I think that our holidays now are probably not appropriate to the generations that now celebrate them. And I think that that's why you find people less and less inclined to celebrate them. Something like Thanksgiving is kind of an iffy thing for people to celebrate, because they don't really give a fuck about like what the tradition behind it, the background behind it. I think that I agree with the too much plastic thing, but I think that kids in this generation have moved away from plastic, to be honest with you. I think that adults are the ones that are still pushing the plastic. Because if you think about what kids are engaged in nowadays, kids are more engaged with like digital content. And I even tell people that are buying stuff for my kids to buy them like V-Bucks for Fortnite, or to buy them like, you know, if I want to do educational stuff, I tell them to buy like educational programs for the computer. I actually see this generation as possibly being the generation that gets the furthest away from plastic and plastic products, because I think that even when you talk about video games, most of these kids aren't purchasing hard copy discs anymore. You're not buying DVDs for movies anymore. Everything is streamable. I would say the internet, for some of the negative things that it's done as far as misinformation, probably is going to do something really positive in the way of getting rid of I wouldn't even call it a necessity, but I think our society has looked at it as a necessity of plastic. I think that we're going to see actually a decrease in the amount of plastic in this world due to the internet age and digital products. But the one thing I would push back on is I think that there is a necessity with the current way that we do things. And I'm not saying that shouldn't be changed. As I just said, with new facts and evidence, my opinion will change. I think with the current way that we do things, there is a necessary reason for holidays and stuff to drive consumerism, so that way we have a strong economy. I'm not smart enough to really decide whether or not that is 100% a good thing or a bad thing. That's like such an in-depth and complicated thing to think about. Like, I would have to spend a pretty good amount of time researching it to really have a real valid position on it. Yeah, it's all the merch. Renee bought Roblox stocks, actually, I think, for the kids. Redunk. She did. Buy stocks for my children for Christmas. I'm okay with that. You guys can buy stocks for my children for Christmas. Well, yeah, but even that, Redunk, her calling young black people super predators, like, one of the reasons I voted for Joe Biden was because in that debate against Donald Trump, and I know you guys have heard me say this before, but I'll say it again. In the debate against Donald Trump, Joe Biden was confronted by Donald Trump, and Donald Trump said, "You're the person that authored the 1994 crime bill, which, you know, put more minorities in prison than any other, you know, piece of legislation." And Joe Biden said, "Yeah, it was a mistake. We shouldn't have done that." And this is where I think I differ than a lot of people. I think human beings are capable of making a mistake and then making up for it. I believe in a path to redemption. Even what's happening with Chris Christie right now, there's a lot of things. Chris Christie supporting Donald Trump, Chris Christie, the bridge thing he did in New York, New Jersey, that in my opinion was racist. There's a lot of things in Chris Christie's past that I completely disagree with. But I think that what he's doing right now is commendable. Does that mean that I think he's like achieved redemption? No. I think that people have to prove with their actions, not just with their words. consistently for a long period of time, that they are redeemable, that they have chosen, a better path. But I won't put people in a box and just say that person is forever bad. People like Hitler, people like Mao, people like Stalin proved through their actions throughout a consistent period of time that they were not good people. Donald Trump is well on his way to doing that as well. I don't think that Hillary Clinton, but I'm speaking once again with a very low level of education on this subject, has proven herself to be a bad person. She's proven herself as a human being that makes mistakes. And I think we all are capable of that. So, is there a path for Alex Jones? Ah, dude. Was Alex Jones... I don't know. You know what my biggest thing for Alex Jones is the Sandy Hook stuff, dude. As a parent, it's hard for me to get past the level of evil you have to comprehend to be a person that is willing to make money off the sadness of a parent that has lost their children to gun violence. That is like... I can't quantify as a parent the value of my children. It is unquantifiable. And to know that not only did your child die in a senseless act of violence, but then that there are people that are going to grift off the death of your child, that is like, I don't even know. I don't know that I could ever forgive a person for that. I don't know. And that's not even my kids. If it was my kids, then yeah, no, there would be no path to redemption. I've said before, if anybody did anything to my children, there would be no... my life's over at that point. You just better hope it ends before I get to you. And I don't know. That's a tough question. That's a really tough question. I would have to think about that. Let's see. Yeah, I can't say I like Alex Jones, not for what he did. If it wasn't for the Sandy Hook stuff, maybe. He didn't give them any of his money. He's being sued right now again because he hasn't given over any of that money. He hasn't actually paid a single dollar to those parents. And apologies is just not... I don't know. Like I said, it's actions. It's not words, dude. And I don't think that Alex Jones apologizing is enough. I don't think that he really showed remorse. I think he apologized because he was held accountable for his actions in a court of law. I don't think that even when he apologized before the court case, I think the only reason that he apologized was because he knew he was going to go to these trials. That's my opinion. But I don't feel like he 100% feels sorry for that. I would need to see proof. Like, if he is so apologetic for it, then why isn't he, like when you have somebody who commits a domestic violence act, they have to go and do community service, right? They have to talk to women's violence groups. They have to go and they have to, spend a certain amount of time kind of redeeming themselves, not just through the court system, but also in the public eye if they wish to still be in the public eye after that. If you know of Alex Jones doing anything like that, please link me something. I do not believe that Alex Jones has done anything at all to show actual remorse for what he did to those families. And I can never in my life ever, never will approve of a person doing what he did to those families. That's insane. Yeah, that's crazy, Tamara. We've got people that are Canadian here, Redunk, and those people actually like their healthcare system. So I don't know. Once again, this is a weird American thing people do, where we're like, yeah, well, Canadian healthcare sucks because I found one person that said that it was shitty. Yet, like, the majority of Canadians I've talked to, and I've actually talked to like a lot of Canadians, now that I've been on YouTube, have all said that they really actually liked their healthcare system. Apparently you can't abuse the shit out of it, which is great, but I think that apparently they seem to like it. So, okay. So last week we didn't watch this video because we watched Redonk's Elon video, which was really sad and depressing, and I'm still sad. I've been tweeting at Elon actually to get off the internet. That's my job now, is to tell him like, dude, just go build rockets, fucking build electric cars, get off Twitter, sell it to somebody else. No one wants to buy it. I know. Nobody wants to buy Twitter now. But like, sell it to somebody else. Get off Twitter, Elon. That shit was depressing. I'm still like sad about that. Okay. Anyways, this is called Please Move the Deer Crossings. I don't know who sent this to me, but I think it was great. Every year the snowbirds come and clog up. You know, I saw something to Nesh D'Souza, which I think he's a terrible, horrible piece of shit human being. But he said something about universal healthcare that I did agree with, but then he was actually rebutted by Matt Dillahunty pretty well. And that is like, you do have to be careful about how overwhelmed the healthcare system is at a certain level. But I am 100% behind universal healthcare. I think that healthcare is a human right. I think that for-profit healthcare is a horrible idea. I think the only thing worse as far as an idea as for-profit healthcare is for-profit prisons. That's the only thing, in my opinion, that could possibly be worse that we have in our system is a for-profit healthcare system. The only thing worse is a for-profit prison system.
Missing is all that's going on there. Now, Donna, you got quite the vent today. It sounds like what's going on with you.
Well, I wanted to voice my opinion on something that's been bothering me for...
Okay, and for those of you who don't know why I want to watch this, it's because I live around 1 million deer.
Really long time.
Okay.
I tried writing the newspaper and contacting TV stations, but nobody seems to want to stay with this. So that's why I'm calling you guys.
What's the issue?
Well, over the past few years,
oh dear,
I've been involved in 3 separate car accidents involving deer.
Mm-hmm.
You know, with the population and everything. Each of these incidents, they've occurred shortly after I saw a deer crossing sign on the highway. Well, my frustration is that Minnesota and North Dakota Departments of Transportation would allow these deer crossings to be in such high traffic areas. I mean, I've even seen them on the interstate. Why are we encouraging deer to cross at the interstate? I don't get it. That's such a high traffic area.
Does she think it works like a crosswalk? Is she trolling? She might be trolling. Dude, does she think it works like a crosswalk? Like the deer only cross at deer crossings? I want to believe that this is trolling, but people in 2023 are so dumb that I can't take this as a troll. It might be real.
I mean,
you
know, I understand that deer are wild animals and they need to travel across the streets occasionally to survive. And, you know, of course, there's find food, but it seems to me that so irresponsible of us to allow these deer crossings to be in areas where these deer are so likely to be struck by oncoming traffic. I mean, wouldn't you agree?
I
mean, it's just, I mean, you think they would put deer crossings maybe, in
I can't
smaller
tell.
towns, maybe during at a school crossing. It would be a safer place for them to cross.
She sounds serious.
You know, put the deer crossing sign.
You know, deer crossings aren't telling deer that it's safe to cross
Yeah,
there.
that's what I'm
It's
saying,
just
it's a
more of
crosswalk.
like an alert for drivers so they know it's like a high deer population.
The government put the deer crossings there. They can direct the deer population anywhere they want to by moving that deer crossing sign. I mean, you know, why in the world would they place it on the highway or the interstate? You know? I mean, God, there are so many other places I can think of than putting the deer crossing signs on busy highways and interstates.
You seem to be under the misunderstanding that the deer are somehow attracted to the deer crossing sign.
Well, yeah, the deer crossing sign is there to allow the deer to know that's where they need to cross.
Right. And all these car accidents you had involved a deer after you'd saw a deer crossing sign.
Exactly. I mean, I'm trying to watch out for the deer, but I mean, speed limit's 55, 65. How am I supposed to, you can't brake really quick if if the deer just is crossing in that deer crossing area.
So you'd like to see these signs move somewhere safer?
Right. If we can move them, like, don't put deer crossing signs on the interstate or freeways. Put them in lower.
Like, there's something I think that's incredibly important here too. Okay, if this isn't a troll, if this woman literally thinks wouldn't that be a warning? Wouldn't you? She's saying she's going 55, 65. If you thought that deer crossed there, which they do, that's like it's saying, like, there's deer that cross there. It is a warning. But if you thought that that's the only place that they crossed, wouldn't you slow down when you got close to the deer crossing sign? Wouldn't you be, I don't know, more safe, more concerned, more aware?
Traffic areas.
Holy
somewhere where the
shit.
speed limit's, a lot slower. Maybe small towns. I don't know. I think school crossings is a good idea.
Well, listen, we will, you say you've tried to contact quite a few people about this.
Right, yeah. I wrote, like, at least 3 or 4 letters, and...
We will spread the word, okay? We will try to kind of help you raise some awareness for this issue, okay?
I like that you guys are voting illness or education on this one.
We appreciate your comment this morning.
All right, thanks.
Bye. 237 hits. You can text 49330.
Okay. All right. That was almost as sad as the Elon video, to be honest with you. Sometimes I have grave concerns about the future of our society. I believe Bill Burr said it. 85% of these people gotta go. Oh, man. We made it. Redonk, I hope you're still alive, dude. I hope you're still feeling okay. I hope you get something better than melatonin, bro. Melatonin is just not enough. I keep forgetting to end my poll. So let's end the poll. It was a Thursday night. We had a slower night. People don't know about the show up on on Thursday. I feel like shit too, Redonk, but we're okay. We're gonna make it because we're tough. We're strong. We're American. Did you hit the like button? I got 72% yes because I'm nice. 27% says Santa isn't real, and 0% of you said no, I'm naughty. Well, that's good to know, but I think some of you guys are still fucking naughty. I bet you guys, there's at least a couple of you. All right, guys. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. I think the world of you guys. I think that all of us at times are going to have opinions that differ from each other, and I respect you for that. I think that, like Obama said in that video I did a video on the other day, that more and more we need to acclimate ourselves to talking to people and being out and about. And yes, every once in a while you're going to run into somebody that thinks that deer crossings are the only place that deer cross the road. Every once in a while you're going to run into somebody who thinks that women shouldn't have bodily autonomy. Doesn't mean you have to talk to those guys for more than a few seconds. But I like that I can get on here with you guys, and even though we agree on a majority of the things that we believe, that some of the things we disagree on. Me and Peachtree, we disagree on a couple things when it comes to the Israel-Hamas thing. Me and Tamara might disagree a little bit on the necessity of holidays. Me and Redonk might disagree on 97% of the things that we talk about. But that's family. So, you know. But I like the pushback. I like that you guys are honest with your opinions and say the things that you want. And I hope that sometimes that my education in YouTube helps to also educate you. And I hope that you guys also understand that sometimes the things that you're telling me helps to educate me and also form my opinions. I think that it's incredibly important that we keep doing this. I think it's incredibly important for America that people remember that you're always going to have 45, 50% of the country that has a differing opinion, and they're not going anywhere. You can't get rid of them. So you got to find a way to live with them. Now, that doesn't mean that we have to accept people like the Trump supporters that are insanely aggressive, that are insane. That doesn't mean you have to agree with them. I think that that's the kind of thing that should be made fun of, that should be mocked. I think that's the kind of thing that I do believe you should stand up for and against. I think that any time that somebody is attempting to oppress people, to take people's rights away, that you should stand up for that. But I think when it comes to the things that we can all talk about in a manner that can be both polite and also productive, I think we should be doing that, regardless of whether or not we agree with each other or not. So I appreciate you guys for everything that you guys do. I appreciate every time that you guys get on this channel, even on a Thursday when I went to a band recital, and talk to me and help me become more educated every day. So I appreciate you guys. I love you guys. And if you haven't seen the credits, well, you're in for a treat. All right, guys. Love you guys. I will be here next Wednesday. I swear. Love you guys. Stay safe out there.
This was a triumph. I'm making a note here. Huge success. It's hard to overstate my satisfaction. Aperture science. We do what we must because we can. For the good of all of us, except the ones who are dead. But there's no sense crying over every mistake. You just keep on trying till you run out of cake. And the science gets done and you make a neat gun for the people who are still alive. I'm not even angry. I'm being so sincere right now. Even though you broke my heart and killed me and tore me to pieces and threw every piece into a fire. As they burned, it hurt because I was so happy for you. Now these points of data make a beautiful line, and we're out of data, we're releasing on time. So I'm glad I got burned. Think of all the things we learned for the people who are still alive. Go ahead and leave me. I think I prefer to stay inside. Maybe you'll find someone else to help you. Maybe Black Mesa.